button. Are we going? Going live. Okay, says going live. Right. Apparently we're live again now. But we'll just have to wait that 30 seconds or whatever. I'm just not going to touch fucking anything. I can't read the chat because your fucking picture's over it. Hang on. There we go. I'll be back, yeah. I'm still suffering technical difficulties. I'm going to get my fucking backy pouch. 2 seconds.
Bollocks.
We're back live.
Yeah, it's pretty alive now. You can introduce yourself. I've done it 5 times.
Sorry, say again.
You can introduce yourself now because I've done it like 5 times.
Well, I introduced myself. I'm Decker, one of the marshals. The good marshal. The one that doesn't jump or twitch.
Where is Harry?
I don't know. We'll get Harry on one week, but can't imagine the 8 we'll get in the chat. It's like, it'll be unreal, won't it? Yeah. We'll just make sure we're back up and running. We've got a few back on. Try and regain some of them 8 viewers we had. When we were going out so crazy on YouTube.
Oh.
So, like I was saying anyway, before we had serious issues with whatever went wrong there, you do a Call of Duty night on a Thursday night, don't you? So I'm yet to join in on it, but it's a little bit of something for the game players of a Thursday night who can't get out to Sierra 2. Tell us a little bit more.
So, having a Thursday night Call of Duty night. Everyone's welcome. I'm actually 1-1 for a change this week. That was me, the Whippet, and the Scaff.
Scaff.
Actually won that one. I haven't got the mic. I'm just talking to the mic, the camera thing. So like the mic was stuck up my arse.
What generally, or are they just giving you some sort of sound advice?
Yeah, sound advice.
Mate, that is sound advice. That is proper sound advice. I mean, what else can you say?
Still better than
so have we got any questions coming yet then, Nick? You're the question master.
I'm the question master.
Before we get into any or sort of in-depth into anything, just make sure this doesn't go off again and that. And have we got any questions yet? If anybody wants to ask anything about anything airsoft related, just stick it in the comments. We'll try our best to answer anything we can, whether it to be about the site or anything in particular. Just yeah. Your what?
My nose looks fucked.
Your nose? Shouldn't worry about your nose, mate.
My arse need to worry about cutting this.
It's yeah. I mean, at least you could have ironed your backdrop, dude. I mean, what have you stuck up there? What is that behind you?
It's a green screen.
That's a green screen. I know it's green, but I mean that's probably about all it's got going for it. You need some backdrop.
There we go, only 9 anyway.
I mean, all I've seen you do is just eat sweets. Is that all you've got in front of you, sweets?
I'm living on.
No freaking toys or anything like that. Nothing.
Some Marmite I might eat.
Marmite.
Well, a bit of Marmite, mate.
I make Marmite, or you make Marmite.
I'm a bit like Marmite. You like more, they don't. Generally don't.
So, while we just doing nothing, got a couple of quick tips on cleaning your barrel on your guns. Generally, I stick my hand in and just wipe it straight out. I mean,
Well,
that's the gun cleaning for this week sorted. Back onto the next section. Right, when you're doing a pistol... Right, when we're doing a pistol only night is the question. Or low cap night.
I recognise that.
I recognise that too. When might we be doing it?
Well, we kick back in and that we'll have an opening night, an event, so we're going to have a blackout night. We're going to get that bomb working again. So we'll have a proper decent kick back in. As soon as I get past that, we'll definitely have a pistols and shotgun night anyway, because it's been asked for that a few times, just have to make sure we get the interest. We try running it a few times, and then with 2 people turn up with like pistols, it's not really
Yeah.
What we'll do, we'll put, as soon as we know when we're kicking back in, we'll put an event up. We'll put a date on it, so what interest we get, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, definitely pistols.
I mean, I'm really, other than being able to get out and play, I'm extremely excited about our opening night when we get back up and running, because we've got quite a few little special things planned, haven't we, for the night?
Oh, wow.
We got, yeah, we've definitely got some bits and bobs going. We're thinking of doing a blackout night for the first night back, aren't we, like you say?
Blackout night with a smoke machine on.
Smoke machines going, maybe a bit of the tunage going, as long as Harry doesn't pick it.
Definitely.
Yeah, as long as
blackout night before you've got come, because
as long as Harry doesn't choose the music, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
Regardless of nursery rhymes and that.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
So that comes a bit freaky.
And people were pleased to know that we might have 1 or 2 prizes on offer that night as well, mightn't we? Tell us about the prizes.
I've been emptying my cupboard and found some bits, and we're going to be giving away.
Yeah, we're giving away at least 2 free games, aren't we? To 2 individuals.
Are we?
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah.
Is Ed Marshall someone?
No idea. Harry, where's Harry thought he were Ed Marshall? He's not Ed Marshall.
You've got to take the edge off there, but it's Ed.
Ed. His name's Ed Marshall, not Head.
We don't know where Harry is. Anyone heard of Harry?
He breaks too many rules, be Ed Marshall, don't he, really? There is no Ed Marshall. Yeah. You're the Ed Marshall, Nick. You are Ed Marshall.
I have to have a Marshall when I go out, because...
Yeah, I know we come out with you now and again, though, so it's not too bad. As DEFCON will explain one night to you when we meet back up. You needed a Marshall that night, dude.
Yeah, I go home and found the tenner in my pocket. I was dead happy.
Yeah. Well, what about the other 500 quid that you did have in your pocket? That just speed a bit. But listen, as long as I found a tenner in my pocket, it's all good, isn't it?
It's a good night if you go home and find a tenner. Never mind the £4 spent on the night out, but yeah.
Yeah? That's right.
But no, definitely. Give away a couple of free games for the opening night up.
Yep.
A couple of giveaways as well. That's
yep.
Stuff I found knocking around. Got some hats, some bits, just some little general bits and bobs. But nothing special.
Yeah.
Expect to turn up and walking out with TM. But they ain't got one to give you. So.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, we couldn't afford to be able to buy a TM for like really expensive money. And then for make it any good for you, rip everything that's brilliant out of it and replace it with really better parts. And that would be just a waste of time, wouldn't it? Before you know where you are, you spend 600 quid on something that you could have bought for 120 quid by Sina. So,
sounds like talking from experience there, mate.
Well, I mean, they are the best parts in the world, aren't they, inside of TM? The best parts. And then you buy one. I mean, what have I got here? The best sniper rifle money could buy. The best op-up ever. Everything's just the best about it. And then literally you rip everything out of it. Replace it all with something even better. And the only thing I've got there is a shell of a Tokyo Marui. So that's my thoughts on pretty much Tokyo Marui. Although I've heard some good feedback on shotguns, maybe. And maybe a few of the pistols. I would.
I'll say to you, FPS snipers.
Yeah. But generally, the best guns in the world. But,
Oh, not one of John's. Me and John, well, say me and John. John's built, so it's pretty fucking.
yeah. He's put some effort into that, hasn't he?
He has actually.
He really has put some effort into that.
I could do his moment. I'll do his.
Come on. Oh, that's just beautiful. I thought he was in the room. Honestly, I thought he was in the room then. For a moment there. I did honestly think he was in the room. But I think he's round Harry's tonight, isn't he? I think they're talking HPA. Yeah. I think he's round Harry. I think he mentioned he was going round Harry's. He likes a bit of HPA in that, don't he? He was well impressed with that trigger unit Harry had got and everything.
Oh, yeah. We're all impressed with that.
Anyway, that's probably the last we're going to speak of Harry tonight. Because obviously he's not with us anymore. He's succumbed to the coronavirus. And my thoughts are with his wage packet. So, let's move on.
Yeah, but we're all shooting you.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Well, don't mind that one, dude. Especially your sniper. I've seen it the other week.
So we.
Delta does run fucking mint, and it hurts.
It does, mate.
Your brother-in-law told me.
So, we're looking for some questions. Anybody, any questions? Otherwise, we're just going to sit here and watch.
Ramble and drink cans.
Yeah, ramble and drink. I haven't drunk any can. No sponsors like that.
Well, Andy Lowe wants a sniper night. Well, you say we could have one, but we're just going to shoot him.
A sniper night. Just because you bought a really small, compact sniper, he thinks he can get round corners with, it doesn't mean you can play CQB with it, dude. Let's face it.
Fucking good challenge.
Yeah.
I'm not there that way.
But then again, if he wants to lend me his car for a week, go ahead. You can have a sniper now, mate. Any night you want.
Definitely that we want.
I take it you've gone the Fred. You just wandered off generally, or Bailey shut the door again.
Yep.
I just wondered why you just randomly wandered off. You were advertising then, just. I saw it said Carly.
No.
Yeah, it said so. It definitely said something. You haven't got your tactical vest transition going very well there, have you? Because I clearly saw your cannon. It said something on it.
Did it?
Yeah, very much did.
Andy says his battery's flat. You can't help it.
Oh, you Martin Iron.
I'll have to get Ian on here as well. Ian's always good for a good ramble about airsoft.
Yeah, that's true. Or a ramble about anything, really. Oh. I noticed that with a lot of your friends.
So he was a very fast runner, is he? And I'll say that much.
Yeah, I told you told me about that. Woo! Straight across the field.
He does that in Call of Duty and all, strangely.
Does he?
He ran off and left me and John dying. I've got video evidence of it now.
Did he have a knife out? Because everybody knows you run faster with a knife out.
I've never seen a lad run so fast with all the equipment, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's that field and all. What a person. And I'll tell you the story. There was me all faithful, standing there. I'm going to do my 30-minute bleed out.
Mm-hmm.
And in there, don't worry, mate. My friend will be longer than he won't leave me for what the fuck is.
Woo! Straight across. Go on.
The guy run faster than BBs.
I have. Harry, swear he never gets hit by him. He runs faster than BBs.
Who does the same in the game wanders off? I fall over a lot. That's in the Call of Duty. I keep falling down the ladders.
Yeah. So, obviously, we got, 11 viewers now. Probably 3 of them are you, Nick, on your television and your tablet and everything. But hopefully we're going to try and get a few guests on this in future. This is a bit of a trial run, isn't it, for us? Just a bit of a... See what we can do. See if we can get everything working.
Someone's coming eyeing me backdrop.
Say that again.
I'm auditioning for somebody to come and iron me backdrop.
Iron your backdrop?
Yeah. So.
It takes a lot of ironing, that one, mate. It's a lot of loving needed there for that.
You're quite lucky I'm wearing clothes.
I just want to know what's behind it. Is that where you keep... Is that the dungeon behind there? If you move that sheet, do we see, like, loads of bad stuff that we shouldn't see?
Basically just... There's a wall right in front of me, and the rest are still like victims and that I've got hanging round. It doesn't take me far if I just stand over here like that. And just find a set around. It's a great little house.
I bet it is, mate. I bet it is. I'm just going to go like that. I'll just speed off the side down again like that.
What do you find?
Nothing. Just I like just speeding off the side.
On me can,
I've got that up here. That's on my lad's rig, that is. Also got on my lad's rig.
Back up anyway, try keep on some kind of topic.
Topic. Well, I mean, let's talk about some stuff. Well, this is my lad's vest, this is. I just took it straight off the rack. So, I mean, that's a Glock in it. A Glock 18C of some description. What else he's got rocking in it? Obviously, he's got his Deagle. Oh, that's heavy. That makes you feel like a man, that does. Oh, there's a bit of gas left in there. I have checked all my mags earlier, did, and made sure that they're all safe and clear. And everything behind me has not got a battery in it. But yeah, I'm not going to start pulling weapons out for you all to look at. Unless somebody wants to look at something that we might have behind, then fair enough. But what else have we got? We've got the MP9 here. Yeah. So, tell us a little bit more about, you were thinking about we might be starting up something on a Monday night again. Yeah. A little bit different than what we've been doing in the past, because in the past, primarily Monday nights have been the drills and skills sort of genre, haven't they?
Yeah.
But, might be putting a bit of a target night, through drills and skills, through turn up, have a social.
Yeah, definitely got about put a bit of a range in. So come down, test all your kit, do a bit of pre-firing, so if you any adjustments you got on your barrels and stuff like that. Gonna have you on start hopefully, mate. So a bit of tech advice because I haven't got a clue.
Yeah. You know me, mate. It's either works or it doesn't. Do you know what's wrong with this, dude? It's broke. That's what more tech advice do you need than that.
So get a range set up. Come sell a bit of kit. Come have a nose. Come have a chat. Well, no, I think that's every now and again on the Monday. Do like a maintenance night there anyway, don't we these days?
Yeah. We're always working on something, aren't we?
Saying that last time we did a maintenance Monday, walking we were burgled, which was good fun.
No. Technically, I walked in and we'd been bailed. And I had to get on the phone to you. Well, I felt like dog shit, mate, because I felt like the insides had been ripped out when I saw it. And I'm like, I've now got to ring somebody who I class as a really good friend and rip his insides out.
Yeah, I wasn't the best, please.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? But then again, I mean, out of bad things, good things come, don't they? And we've had so much love since that, haven't we, mate? From various places. We have, haven't we? It's been really good, hasn't it? I mean, okay, we've lost a few material items, but nothing compares to the community that's pulled together, does it? I mean, let's face it.
Can't fault them for that.
You cannot, but unbelievable, mate. Absolutely unbelievable. Some of the offers for, help us out here, help us out there. It has been brilliant, hasn't it, mate? It's opened my eyes to it. I really do feel like we are what we wanted to be originally, which is just one big community, isn't it? We've always said that anyway, haven't we?
Oh, God, yeah. It's been trying to do from day one.
Yeah. But it's just, it's one of them things, isn't it?
Well, no, it's nice. DEFCON come down, they helped us out, Battlezone, a few other people, a couple of gamers come in, give us a few little bits.
Yeah. Man, just gamers turning up and saying, if there's anything we could do for you, help you out and stuff, innit?
And great. Well, that's
Yeah.
great. Give us a little bit to, bits of
Yeah.
questions.
Really humbling, isn't it, mate? When you
It is, to be fair.
you didn't expect it, do you? I mean, but
It really was. Honestly.
yeah, and we didn't exactly broadcast it.
Actually, the airsoft community in
Tommy.
itself, you just show that stuff goes wrong, people pull together and stuff like that. That's why we're doing stuff like this now. So you can see what we are still alive. We haven't just disappeared.
Yeah.
Back after all this and
Yeah.
put your money and get your gaming. So
Yeah.
we game as yourself. We won't come and game with you.
Yeah, everybody we've gave with in the past. I mean, whether you could be a regular or you could be someone who's probably only turned up a couple of times, even once. But to us, you're a valid customer, and we don't want just. And we're closed, but a lot of people don't just turn up for the airsoft, do they? They turn up for the banter as well, don't they? And they feel like, yeah, after you pulling your face, but I think they do, mate. But I think do you know what I mean? If we can show that we aren't just shut up shop, we're not making any money, we're not interested in anybody, is it? It's not like that, is it? I mean, it's not a case of that, is it? We just try to put ourselves out there, keep everybody amused who would normally play on a Thursday night or, who has played, and keep you update on what's going on and what we're going to do as soon as we do open back up.
Sure.
Because, I mean, just like everybody else, I mean, you're sitting there and you're dying for something good, aren't you? You just really want to go out and play airsoft and that. But until it happens, when it happens, all that energy that we've all got built up, we're going to have one of the best nights ever. Because we're going to put, there's going to be a few different games. It's going to be a blackout night. It's going to be prizes. But yeah, we're going to make it one of the best nights we've ever had. Hopefully. And, I mean, okay, we've been doing well just recently. I don't want to sound like we're banging it away. You keep telling me this, I mean, but yeah.
Before, like I say, we're doing really well before this lockdown.
Yeah.
Gameplay's been great. The players have been great.
Yeah, there's been some really, really good gameplay. Yeah, there has.
Couldn't ask about it, to be fair.
No, we couldn't. Not in the slightest.
From a bit of a downside, but for once in my life, I was like, I had a bit of a shit. We had a shit fucking being robbed, but fucking the good that come out of it was, sound daft seemed a bit worth to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was good that as soon as Christmas turned around, even before Christmas, we were getting quite a good player base turning up. And I mean, you think if we'd got robbed sort of thing, and we'd only been getting 5 or 6 players every week for a month before that, we'd have been like, it's even weird fucking cracking on, isn't it? You know what I mean? But the enthusiasm of people it's been really good, hasn't it, mate? So plus we've been getting loads of people in.
Yeah, that's true, mate. Yeah, one thing as well, like I say, outside the community, we're on about doing a few things as well. I think John was on about doing a fishing day or something.
Yeah.
Fishing, go do something.
Has he done any fishing, John?
Yeah, John's good fisherman. He used to be a match fisherman, carp and all that. He does
Did he?
competitions and that.
All right.
So, yeah. I can't fish, save my life.
You can't. I don't know, mate. I've seen you on that Fella to Fish or whatever the site's called. Just reading the comments, mate. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll catch you later, Andrew, mate. Get that battery charged. Next time we pick your car up. Yeah, definitely.
Later, buddy.
Have a good one. It's like I keep saying it to everybody. Like basically tonight's just a bit of a tester to see what we can do on here, get it going. Because obviously it's a bit of a challenge to be able to get 2 people up on a live stream who are in different locations. Because neither of us are really savvy on that sort of thing, are we?
No, you were the best person to ask.
Yeah, I asked my kids. They were like, "Easy, just push a button and you're away." But you know yourself, mate. It's turned out a little bit more difficult than that, hasn't it? You had to do quite a few little bits and bobs. But
I hope it's Glenn.
Glenn. Do you know? I thought he'd have just turned up for the next one. That's normally what happens. He turns up for the next one. You look very quiet on that, don't you? Let me guess, you're going...
Where were you this Thursday? I needed someone rant more than I did. We ended up with a... I never remember that lad's name.
Is that your remembering face?
It really is. That's me.
Is that the face you pull when you try and remember something?
Yeah. Looks like I'm on the toilet.
Looks like you're on the toilet now. Anyway, mate, have you just why you got that sheet behind you? Because you're covering the cistern and everything up behind you. Are you on the toilet?
Yeah, I could be actually. I've got the trousers on, so.
Well, you've never got any trousers on, have you, apart from when Thursday night normally. But they don't stay on long, do they? They're normally gone by the time you get the pub.
No, we had Glenn on Call of Duty the other week.
Yeah.
He had the right, got to scream and rant, maybe
yeah.
feel calm.
Yeah.
Then Glenn threatened to kill someone's mum. Terrible.
Were any mums armed in the making of last Thursday's episode?
A few. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think you did well, but I think towards the end, it did slip a little bit, didn't it? We've all got quiet because we read him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is. I mean, just to say what Kate's said here about the community. Don't you think it has sort of
greatly improved?
Do you think? Didn't the community originally years back was? I don't know. I can't say too much because I've not been playing 10 years. Do you know what I mean? I've been playing what 3.5 maybe years or something, and you probably 3 something, or you probably on about 4 now or something. But
when I first come into it's first, let's say, experience was above Rob's shop. Well, the first time I went to a proper airsoft site, it was clicky. Didn't really want to talk to you. A lot of people didn't.
No.
Select few that would have something to do with you.
Yeah.
It seems to gone out of the window a little bit at the moment, which is nice. People a bit more friendly, a bit more approachable. You say, that gun's nice. They'll say, have a quick look.
Yeah, and have a feel of this. Everybody's happy to show you something off, aren't they? Like, yeah. But, yeah.
That's it. So, yeah, no, I do think it's got a lot better, if I'm honest.
And there's also a lot more choice out there for people who want to get into it, isn't there? A lot more now. I mean, it's so much easier to get into it now, I would have thought.
Yeah.
The amount of different gear that's available for, years ago, if you want to get into it, I say years back, obviously you're choking on sweets. Are you seriously choking on sweets?
Yeah, no, I keep eating them.
What are they, red laces?
Yeah, I've had about 5, I keep choking on.
5? You've had more than 5, mate. You're putting 5 at a time in your mouth. I think that's the problem.
I normally sit tying knots in them like a little girl, but yeah, I thought I won't do that tonight.
No.
That'd be normal.
I can't even remember what I was talking about now. Right, I now know. So, it's a lot easier now, I think, because a lot of the gear is a lot cheaper. But you got a lot more opportunities to, with sites, to be able to go and rent something, aren't you? And be able to see if you like it before you throw your money into it. So,
yeah,
a lot more people are getting into it. And when you start getting a lot more people, it's the same with the fishing industry and anything like. I've been caught fishing for years, and I remember, towards the late 80s, early 90s, you couldn't go on somewhere caught fishing and speak to the next caught bloke. He wouldn't even want to speak to you. He wouldn't want to tell you about his tactics, his tips, or anything. He wouldn't want to tell you anything. But obviously, you cross that over to airsoft. Years ago, they weren't a lot available, I suppose. So now there's a lot more available, like it is in caught fishing. Everybody wants to talk to you about something, about the latest rods they've had or whatever. Same with airsoft, isn't it? Oh, the latest guns. Everybody, once you get into it, you can quite easily pick cheap tackle. You can quite easily pick cheap gear up, can't you? Without, I need one of them. But without spending too much, you haven't got to start throwing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in, have you? You could probably.
You've got a lot online you can look at, so you can read reviews.
Yeah, yeah. And the good thing is as well, that's the point I was getting to. A lot of the manufacturers now, their low end sort of gear, especially with M4s or them type platforms, the stuff that's in it now would have been an high end type sort of gearbox or whatever years back. Some of the, especially like G&G and that, they put in the MOSFETs in, the electronic trigger systems. You can pick all that up for about 180 quid. Whereas years back, for all that sort of high-end stuff, you would have to pay a lot more money. So it's more accessible to a lot more people, and not everybody's like the Secret Squirrel anymore, are they? Though you're taking a picture of yourself on YouTube, yeah. You're that famous.
I was doing something now.
Are you?
Oh, there's burps as well.
Is that what it was? It's probably them red laces.
Probably.
So.
I've only been eating Marmite and toast, so
Uh,
not a bad Marmite, innit? What's up?
So we promised the 11 viewers that we've got at the moment that next time we do this, we will have some better content rather than us just sitting and chatting nonsense. And I mean, we were hoping for more questions. I mean, I'm having a little through.
I'm surprised you got 11.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, but 6 of them are you on your laptop and your thingy and your phone, and I bet. So,
No.
Yeah.
I'll say rental option is always a good option. Let's say
yeah, it is, because you don't know what. I mean,
try have a couple of. Let's see what we got at the moment. So we've got a couple of M4s, we've got MP5, stuff like that. We've got SR21.
Yeah.
You know, always say just try a few things. We've got a couple of bits we don't mind borrowing. So if anyone ever wants. Is new or wants to try something different, so give us a shout. We can always try and sort something out for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people are quite happy to. You know.
Obviously, before we had the big raid, we did have quite a few little variants of bits and bobs we could rent out, didn't we? Like for people, but now we're struggling to. We've got like. You know, a few rental guns, but if it's something specific, it tends to have to come out of either your armoury, your personal armoury, or...
I'm doing that as long as we can.
Yeah, but then you've got to start selecting the people. Excuse me, drinking lager's a bit gas. But then you start thinking, oh, do I really want, loan it out to that guy, or... You saw the guy once bouncing your gun off the floor near enough, didn't you? I mean, it's like...
That guy nailed mine.
Yeah.
So Ian's first gun was 70 quid and John's was 250. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
He had it a month as well.
Yeah.
Conversation. My first gun cost me 200 quid and that was an MP7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first gun that I bought personally, I mean, I started out playing CQB to start with, and I wanted something that was an M4 platform, but in a short, sort of compact style, and I ended up going for a G&G ARP9, which wasn't a bad, it was alright, it served me well. I run it not to death, but I run it for quite a while and then did a few upgrades on it. Before I did a few upgrades on it, I actually was able to purchase another one off somebody else who'd only had one for a couple of months, so I ended up having 2 of them. So one of them I made into a bit of a not a Frankenstein, but it's a bit of a, I call it the AR Predator 9 now. Now, it's over here somewhere. Let's just have a look at this. Without knocking everything off. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's an ARP9, that is, but it's got the Predator front rails on it. It's got an extended inner barrel, extended outer barrel. I don't know, look down the tube, but I think the barrel actually comes near enough through the suppressor. The suppressor's just there for mark. But, yeah. This is going to get turned into something else very soon, I mean, don't I? It's just something you do, isn't it? But yeah, it's bigger than my M4, to be honest. Oh, there's my M4. Let's just get them both up together. You can get a size comparison without getting my headphones rocked around myself. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. I mean, you start doing stupid things, don't you, when you've got, like, things lying around and you think, oh, I might stick that on there, I might do this. But that thing, it shoots so accurate. I mean, there probably isn't nothing in the gearbox G&G anymore. It's got full upgraded gearbox from everything. hasn't even got the normal brass bushings. I've put like the rollerball bushings in it, upgraded gears. There isn't nothing that isn't upgraded. Everything's upgraded. Silent piston head, silent cylinder head. Yeah, loading nozzle, the lot. The only thing in there, I'd say the only two things original in that is probably the trigger unit and the actual trigger.
Oh yeah.
Everything else is, everything else is just, upgraded. Even down to like cylinder, I had to upgrade the cylinder in it because of having such a long barrel. The cylinder's capacity wasn't enough air capacity, if you like. I mean, I don't really want to go into it in depth, but you need more air capacity for a longer barrel, so I had to upgrade all that. I got Teflon coated frigging cylinder and anything, all sorts. I mean, I wouldn't like to think okay, you can buy the gun for about 180, but I've got more than that in parts in it. At least more than that in parts in it. That's not including probably paying 70 quid for a Predator, original Predator metal front end, brand new and everything on it. Got all the gas ports and everything for it if I need to, because I can extend it out. But yeah, that thing is probably my little baby, but I don't know. Might stick the front end on a normal M4 and just pretend I've got a Predator after. Instead of a baby Predator. Where's your Predator, Nick? Get your Predator out. Let's see a proper one, mate. Let's not see a baby 9mm one.
Yeah, it's in the cupboard. I'm sitting on top.
It's in the cupboard. You really are in the toilet, aren't you? Mate. You shouldn't eat food while you're in the toilet now.
So JDS stuff was called 6mm back then. Never knew that.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, it cakes off anyway. Well, thanks for popping by, Coach Henry. Nice to.
Yeah, nice one. That's what we need, more people interacting. But just we need to probably read the interaction a little bit more, don't we? I mean, obviously you're doing a bit of yeah, but you're doing a bit of business there, aren't you? So you've got that sorted. Obviously you've messaged. So. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
I'm going.
I swear, I mean, spotless. This fag off. I'm waiting ages for it, man. You have to.
I'll read that tomorrow. Fucking, that's about 5 pages long.
What's that?
Email.
You've had an email?
Yeah, it's about 5. I'll read that one tomorrow. I think that's what it's about. That could be good for us, could be bad for us. Who knows? Right, so a few new things.
There is a lot of new things coming in. Just to reiterate, if anybody's new who has not been watching from the beginning, we're basically having a big opening night once we reopen after this little virus that seems to be going around. Have you heard anything about this virus, Nick?
No, I've just chosen to stay in because
you're a bit bored and you thought I'll stay in for a bit. There's been some good stuff on the telly, though, aren't there? I wouldn't know. I don't watch telly. I don't think I've watched telly in the last 10 years, right?
All I've done is watch Simpsons, Family Guy. Yeah.
Is that it? I tend to, I don't know, kiss me kids goodnight at bedtime, and mainly I just seem to remember gun taking most days.
I will not. I've been watching Coronation Street. That bloke in there is I really like him.
You like a bloke in Coronation Street?
Not Natalie. He's married to that woman, and he's just been a right bastard.
You can't. You're asking the wrong person. In the comments, please. In the comments, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's the guy in Coronation Street that's terrorising that woman?
£1.50 off your next game if you guess it right.
Keep saying he's got art conditions and all this and the other. I've been loving that bit. It's been quite fun.
You know your stream's coming to sort of like a rock bottom when you're asking like Coronation Street questions. Yeah.
How about teams? Well, we did try that before, but yeah, I'll happily do that again. Get some teams going. To be honest, we've got us, we've got DEFCON, we've got Battlezone and all them. We could actually do a team between all three. I'll just run that through the month. If anyone fancies, again, look at that. Actually, Ian, you've just volunteered for that. There you go. There's something you can do when you quarantine. Here's, mate. Wait for the swear words come.
Yeah, I'm all for that, mate. That sounds. It's exciting times, isn't it? That's something we can work on, that, isn't it? We can get the old. We can get the old time.
Fearless leader.
Yeah. We also need a couple more games that we play at Sierra 2 where we can actually put the times on the board. You know, because in the past we were doing a bit of certain games that we can run. We've got to have the same, obviously, things changed anyway, like the amount of people you've got in each game or whatnot, like from week to week. But it must be something we can sort of, tally up for the end of the year and see who's done the best. You know what I mean? There must be something, mustn't there?
Them people used to make trophies who speak to.
Mm-hmm.
The Russians, yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Spoke to one of them there. Oh, my wife, I think she works in a trophy store.
Mm.
When I'm married on site, what was her name? Harry says he's good, staying safe.
Stephanie. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, Ian's shocked. Yeah, see, so you've got contact Battlezone and DEFCON, mate, and sort out a team. I'd say 10 aside, play against 8. Yeah, we'll sort that out. And we'll sort a trophy out. There you go, now you're busy. I like delegating.
Our phone's going crazy. That tournament obviously is kicking in big time. It's going crazy already.
Yeah. Right. It's a very good idea, Ian.
More questions needed. Let's have a look over my bullet points. See if we've forgotten anything, mate. I don't think we have. Actually, I've got a nice little question for you, mate. And a question for the whole seven people who are watching us. GZ. Doesn't seem like it's happening, does it? Is it happening, isn't it happening? If it does happen, will you go?
That's a good point.
You know?
It's my holidays, any place I'd go.
That's the question, isn't it? I mean,
that was the day I kept...
yeah, that's it, mate.
I wasn't married, Anna.
Anna, that's what it is. I remember that. Yeah. She was like the Russian girl, wasn't she?
That was all.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought Stephanie. This is something.
That's Ian's missus.
No.
I
knew
God
that.
was driving around looking for everybody, and we were in the bushes getting married. And he kept radioing saying he was looking for us, and we thought it was a trap and kept running up. It felt quite bad in the end because he didn't have a good day that day. In his old red meanie. That was funny. Yeah, by the way, he's an ordained priest.
What was the look on her face when she found out that she was fully fledged married? Not that she was, because she blagged her like he's a thingy, but did she look like, oh shit, I've just got married?
This is by the way, he's an ordained priest. I said, what? He goes, I am, yeah. And says, look, when you signed in, you agreed to all the rules and everything.
yeah. Did you sign that waiver?
Never give me them keys.
Them
back since.
No. They haven't played Kingdom for a while, have they?
No, I haven't seen it for a bit, mate.
They haven't been out there for ages. But they're still active, aren't they? They're still playing. I wonder where they're playing now.
James, Ben, and Anna. Fucking that's good for me. 3 names.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, no, it's Nick. Fucking hell, oh, no, it's Joel.
What's Joel doing here? Who normally turns up on the next one? I haven't said that once.
Next event Joel. That's what we'll call him from now on.
Next event Joel. He can redeem himself by putting a good question in.
You can actually. A long question.
Yeah, a good question. Something that we can grind over, mate.
Oh,
'Cause
sister, if we got to go GZ, you've got a hot tub. You know, we've got to go now.
yeah, definitely. I hope it happens, mate. If it happens, I'll go.
It's the only holiday I get every year. Well, that, I shouldn't say that one, should I?
Yeah.
I do the odd weekend away now and again.
Yeah, we saw you skipping out the other month.
You know, where was that?
Skipping out the prison.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Hello, come on, mate. You're gonna have to be more on the ball than this, aren't you? Let's be honest.
Paid me fines.
No, Ian came in. He paid your fines and rescued you, and you both skipped out.
I never liked it.
Yeah, none liked it.
Yeah, because hopefully we get GZ's on. Oh god, GZ needs to be on this year. Oh god. Hoping, like I say, a few of us go down. My sister's got a hot tub for us all now. I'm bringing a shower, so I don't have to sit under the tap like last year with me and John. Yeah, that was not good. Freezing cold water as well.
Soup.
Yeah.
Freezing cold soup.
John got there was a pile of sick as well next to him, which was even worse.
Yeah.
Happy days. Oh no, bloke was being sick. It was sick when I got there.
Yeah. I suppose when you're under the influence of carbon monoxide poisoning from John's exhaust, it's not too worrying though, is it?
That's something like a baby. Woke up, no agony, no hangover. It was about 10 minutes after. I was like, oh, Jesus.
No life.
Do need no AD, actually. He was talking to you the other day, Dimples. Dreadnought, as he calls himself now.
No.
So where do you fancy? Because as soon as this is up, we've got to have no way.
Yeah. We're going to be caning it, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Fancy Anzio or Gloucester again, maybe?
Got to go for that Gloucester first, though, mate. I think. I mean, definitely. I'd be up for that.
Electric.
I won't get to that door where John went. Oh look, they're all coming through here and pointing through the glass, and there was no glass. Mate, I've got to write something on that door. Call it John's door or something. You know what I mean? John's.
Oh look, they're there.
He thought it was a glass panel, and he wasn't.
Yeah. To be fair, I thought that was myself. And just hand went through. It was like, fuck. Well, oh dear, sorry. I'm trying not to swear. I will get a swear, John.
You'd be rich, mate. No, you wouldn't. You'd be skint. But you know what I mean? You could always cash your jar in.
Fucking hell. Remember Jarrows? Never good.
Never has.
Come on, Joel. I'm waiting for your question.
Yeah, come on. Questions.
This event. Still writing this. And I thought you couldn't play Call of Duty with us anyway.
Yeah, you'll catch the next one. I'll definitely on this next one with you, mate. Call of Duty, without a doubt, dude. Nicky my lad's played PS4.
What's that lad called that's always on Bish? I know it's not Joel, but I always call him Joel, but it's not Joel.
What, the Wish lad?
Yeah.
Oh, God. We were talking about him the other day, weren't we? He was on Thingy, wasn't he? Oh. I didn't read that, mate, sorry. Right. Yeah. How'd you go from there? No idea.
I reckon silence till we get this question.
I reckon the next one of these.
That's it, Jamie. That's him. Yeah.
The next one we do. Yeah, that's it. The next one of these we do. We need them 2 extra slots filling, don't we? So it's got to be John. We've got to get John up in here. Definitely.
Oh, Ian. I reckon we get Harry.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Speedsoft.
Man, yeah, but I mean, he'll bring some viewers in, but they won't last very long, will he? Especially if he starts twitching.
He's actually texting now.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah. 2 secs, just texting.
Depends what platform, Joel, you want to get, mate. You're stuck on new guns to get at the moment. Depends what platform you want. Want something like for indoors, something for outdoors. Looking for a pistol.
My sister got loads of thumbs up. What have I missed? Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, God, yeah, I remember rock, paper, fucking scissors. Then I stick me in and get shot in the face. I've not got a face for fucking YouTube. I've not got a face for radio. My mum used to put fucking shutters on me pram and tell me to shut up. Now you've got this fucking stupid hat on because I'm hiding my fucking long hair. I've got a Jesus beard and this top I found on the stairs. Never mind Paulie, although I did say prize food the other day, I was very worried.
Oh, yeah, shit's popped up on my screen. I don't know what the fuck this is. That's fuck, I don't know.
The CQP and that team Scorpion Evo. Scorpion Evo ain't really the best one for him. Most of them outside. He's well, there you go. Get a carbine one, probably.
Definitely not Scorpion Evo for outside.
I do like Scorpion Evos, but I wouldn't say for
Mate, I love Scorpion Evos, but I just not for outside, not for Milsim. Definitely not.
Yeah, you need 416s, M4s, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If Scorpion Evo, if you're doing just like a recon now and again or something stupid like, I mean, okay, but special mission or something, but just generally, no, I wouldn't rock a Scorpion Evo. Start rocking a Chris Vector, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I love a Chris Vector, mate, but you just wouldn't go on like a Milsim or something with a Chris Vector, would you? You just wouldn't do it.
Try and get Harry come see you.
He's not going to go and say hi, is he? Right, back in a second. Is he here? You know, where?
Taker is here.
We'll get him on for the next one, definitely. 2 seconds, lads. And lassies.
Fancy a shotgun for CQB. Shotgun's great for CQB, but fuck me, it fucking hurts when they hit you. What's happening, Harry? Right, stuck in the house. Little duck. I'm on my own, I need a cuddle. All I've done is eat Marmite sandwiches. Luke. Marmite. Did Joe ask that question? No, he did. Of course I'm sober, I don't really drink much. Sniper.
Are you? Yeah, I will vouch. He's totally sober.
Diamats for the win. I don't know why I invite you now. See why I've not missed you. Got a sale on Diamats, aren't they? I think that's giving them away, aren't they? With every kind of surprise.
Computer Mad Bro. That's a weird name, isn't it? That's definitely an airsofter. Yeah. Speed softer, shall I say. That ain't Harry, is it?
It's old Harry, yeah, take it.
Is that Harry? That ain't Harry. Surely that's not Harry.
That's our Harry.
I think he'd come up with something a bit more snazzy than that, wouldn't you? What's up there? I don't know, a bit of indigestion starting from that name. I've thought something better, dude. Gay mass more like. Yeah.
Getting shit off Glenn now.
Dye mask. Go dye mask, because every time you wear one of them, chances are you die more than you kill somebody.
Not the jihadi Luke, twat.
No. Don't we mean he's got dressed up for this and everything, man? Put a little sheet up. Could ride it, like, but...
Put clothes on everything today.
Yeah, mate, he could have even worn a Sierra too, like, but he was like, no, I don't want to overtap the brand too much, you know.
I mean, you've got Sierra through there.
Yeah, he's like, social might be watching. Plus, I'm not in my wheelchair.
There we go, really. Has Harry and Chick had that massive 4 years?
This, probably, I don't know, the mask or the name. I'm not sure what he's on about.
Could be the name.
Could be the name, couldn't it? Yeah, but he's had two-tone for about a year and a half now, hasn't he? So surely he should be thinking of changing his name.
I'd say so.
Computer two-tone Harry. One of the things, isn't it?
Make a good Taliban anyway, Ian. You think? Where's my comb anyway? Is that still stuck on my beard?
Where is your comb? Get your comb out. You're looking a bit rough.
Looking around here somewhere.
Where's that tactical comb?
Screwdriver.
It's not good enough, is it? Pardon me. Too soon, Harry.
What do you want to know about Speedsoft? Everything.
But I could probably see Harry from here. Yeah, mate, this is only a small selection of what you need to be carrying on stream, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I'm sitting on the toilet, and this is my towel. So, you know. I need 9. If anyone's got one, or anyone can iron.
Can anybody iron?
This is nothing to do with Sierra tonight. We're actually, this is an advertisement because I need a cleaner. If you have no cleaner...
Yeah, and somebody who can iron.
I'm running out of clothes. As I'm just walking around picking. I'm not wearing my airsoft kits because I've run out of clothes after 3 weeks. Yes. I'm eating Marmite sandwiches every day, so I need someone to cook.
There's only so many Marmite sandwiches you can eat, though, isn't there?
Oh, you can make a Marmite combination.
I mean, what have you done like with? Yeah.
Marmite oatcakes.
Yeah.
Marmite generally just out the jar.
Have you ever tried, like, when you've run out of tea bags, just put a bit of Marmite in your cup and a bit of water and have you Marmited yourself? Yeah, a bit like a bath rub, but...
I have tried that, yes. It just burnt my tongue.
Did it? Perhaps you need to let it cool down a bit first.
Actually, did anyone have any Easter eggs? I had none. And I went around Asda because I was actually going to do...
I didn't have any.
Blowing up and they fucking sold them all by Saturday.
You're joking? They got no Easter eggs by Saturday? You'd think they'd have...
Got no Easter eggs.
You'd think they'd have loads of Easter eggs because people aren't out buying. Did you buy the Easter bunny though?
Might up.
Are you looking down there for? Is it down there?
I was just looking at it. It was, yeah.
Where is it? Surely you bought something.
No.
No. Alright. Alright.
Started off George did a good one year. We had the Easter egg giveaway and all that, and so we're blowing the pumpkin up and stuff. We were actually going to blow up the I was actually going to blow an Easter egg up for you all, but as yeah, they had none. I couldn't do it. Couldn't even blow a cabbage cream egg up. Couldn't blow myself up, but yeah. It's like a few
And I've heard on the grapevine, for those who are coming for the the opening event when we finally do get over this virus and get back in, that a certain Saint Nick might be playing a game.
Might have one.
You might have one. You got one in you. Have you?
About the back's going like.
Think you might just manage to get one out. Like,
yeah. Already thinking about
yeah. Best of lonely or?
Yeah, mate, I'll jump in.
What will you rock?
First one from League One. It's quite clear not having the op on me leg, so yeah, I'll be able to have a game. Harry says add him on Skype.
Add him on Skype?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get him in this conversation just like that then.
Yeah, because we had trouble with us.
Yeah. Pretty much trouble with us. So maybe next time, Annie. We'll give you plenty of warning. Try and get the views up and that. Get some memes going.
A lot of insults.
Oh God, you can't insult Harry. There's John. John will tell you. Fucking Ed Marshall, Harry is.
John's turned into a pirate.
Just.
Oh, John, I'm going to show this one, mate. That's a fucking pisser. I don't think you can see that. No.
Can't see it. No.
You're so lucky.
Yeah.
Pirate's nice, though. Thought you were ill anyway.
He's got his trousers off again, has he? Hmm.
There's all my section, and I've dropped my spoon.
Well, have you got a spoon?
For me Marmite to eat.
Oh, you actually got some. Oh, you've actually got some then.
Oh, God. My mate Marmite. Eat the Marmite. Badass.
Badass. No, that's what you'll get in the morning, mate. That's not now.
Oh, wow. Well, Ian's off bed, so are you on Call of Duty tomorrow, mate? Want me to bring the conversion for your peanut? You can't. Nah, mate, I won't be running. You laughing at that?
I don't know. I read something funny just as it was something else. I was looking at something else here.
Definitely won't be running a P90.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had some sort of, I don't know, the availability to get a conversion for M4 mags, would you then?
No.
No? Oh, no, that surprised me. That's really surprised me there, mate.
P90 is great, just changing the mag. When the old days used
to... Yeah, I like the P90.
Used to shout change and run off.
Yeah.
Because, it's all day that, take the mag out, throw it on the floor, chuck the next one in, someone treads on that one, and no.
Or you do and fall over.
Yeah, we'll just fall over the fucking thing, but yeah. So it's like, changing. Come back and, yeah.
It's not mag out, it's slab out.
Yeah. I could run P90.
Mate, I love P90s. P90s are iconic, but for what use they are, hey, up here you go. He's got a P90 in his bathroom. He's just going to get it out for you now.
Doesn't sound well. That's how you make P90s. You run out of mags, you fire that one, then you run off and change them both. Speaking of the bathroom, definitely need a piss.
Again.
First one, actually.
Is it?
Oh, will be. Speed soft side. Talk to Harry about speed soft side while I go and relieve myself.
Right. Speed QB side. Where do I start? No? Probably there. What? We need to look for one? What, Harry? Just a bit of a random sort of question, that is. What, we need to look for one, or what do I feel about one, or? What do I think about the style? Oh, mate, it's easy to set one up, eh? You just need some like angles in the field. That's it, right? A couple of crates either way. Bang, you've got yourself a Speed QB side. When you change the mag, oh, mate. You don't need to change your mag, do you, man? Just get like a drum mag with like 5,000 rounds or something, don't you? You're asking the wrong questions here, are you, about speed stuff? I mean, let's face it. What M4 would I recommend? Well, there's a million M4s out there, so you're probably asking what brand M4 I'd recommend. I don't know, there's loads of good brands out there. Yeah, can't beat the G&G at all.
Fair, good.
To be honest, for the price you pay, for the price you pay, what you actually get internally on one, depending on what you buy, I mean, obviously don't buy like some limited edition special coloured one, because you're going to pay a shitload more than... Oh, yeah. You're going to pay a shitload more than, because it's like, just get yourself a G&G, whatever, M4, there's loads of good. All G&G M4s are alright M4s, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'd recommend G&G.
I mean, I've got, that's a G&G, I think this is a Combat Machine, Wild Dogs 7-inch, I believe. And I've had this now since probably, I don't know, 3 years, 2.5 years. Never let me down. Run it to death. Well, I say run it to death. I mean, I've never run it to death, but it's fully upgraded internals inside the gearbox and everything. As you've probably figured, everything I have got is. But out of the box, couldn't fault it. And my first guns I ever bought were G&G, and I run them out the box for the first probably good year or so. I've been using them, and never had any problems. Never had a single problem. Never. If you get any of the combat machines, as long as you got like, you know what I mean? They normally come with like the V2 MOSFET, I think it is, the version 2 now, which is a lot smaller than what I've got in there, so it's a lot more battery space. But that's the only thing I'd say. The MOSFET in the buffer tube takes up quite a bit of room. You really got to manipulate the cables a little bit to get a decent sized battery in. But I mean, to be honest, that is an exact replica of the Preddy, but body wise and everything. But obviously, it's polymer body and it's not as good as your Pred. But yeah, I mean, what's in this one? I've got standard. Yeah, I've got a Pro Win-Up up in that one, and the total gearbox has been changed out in it. It's got standard speed gears, but they're more of a high compound, so they don't, they're not exactly going to just tear themselves up. High torque maybe is the word to use for that. High torque gears. But nothing else has been changed. Obviously, same motor in it and everything. The secret to any sort of airsoft gun, the secret to it is, if you're upgrading it, man, the two things you really need to look for are air seal. That's number one. Number one, if I'm ever doing an upgrade or doing something to somebody's gun, they might say, it's not firing one, I want it fire. Can you change the spring for an higher powered spring and this, get me some more FPS? But chances are they could probably use the same spring they're at, but just tie in your air seals, and you'll get exactly what you need out of it. So Although I've upgraded that to the high heavens and probably gone way further than I ever need to. Just a good air seal's the one. Just good seals. That's really all you ever need. That's number one. Say again?
You said two things.
Yeah, the second thing is lubrication. Maintenance. Always be maintaining your gun. Don't just do like, you can't put like a couple £100 or £150 worth of upgrades in a gun and just think like, that's it, I've greased it all up, bang, it'll be away, I've got this forever. I mean, every time you go out, every time you shoot it, you've got to really, I mean, not every time, don't get me wrong, like, but if I was to run, I don't know, every 1,000 rounds, so I run through that, I'll probably take the op-up out and be cleaning like the bucking, cleaning the barrel, making sure that, I can see it, that the gearbox is still lubed, because obviously you can still see into the gearbox. For me, it's quite easy, because I'll just whip the gearbox out and have a look up the back end of it where the motor would normally go and see if I've got any sort of tarnishing, dark colours that looks like anything metal-y type. Because, I mean, if you've got metal on metal, you'll tend to get swarf, which will turn into like a dark browny colour in your grease. Not a dark brown, sorry, like a dark grey colour or like a grey colour. And you'll tend to know that you've got something, either that's not running smoothly enough. And you'll get it anyway, even if you've got the best shimming system in the world. You'll still get a bit of it. But, it's probably, I don't know, I'll probably do the gearbox every once a year or something. It's not major. I mean, most of the things in the gearbox aren't majorly priced anyway. So if something goes, after a year you open it up, you have a look, you think, oh, that's wearing a bit. I mean, you can change the gear set out for about £40 or something. And for me, something like that, or even change like the piston out for a few quid. It's hardly anything for changing these things out, all the seals and that. But for me, like once a year, that's nothing. £50 on a weapon. You got to look after it. If you look after it, it's going to last you forever, providing you don't like fall over and break the bloody thing or something. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, even down something to basics is easy. Now you can tell the alcohol's kicking in. That's where all them patches are gone.
I'm playing Pirates with John.
But, just maintain it. I think next time we do something like this, I'll have a couple of guns ready for, like, be cleaned or something, and maybe show you how to clean, like, your barrels out properly and stuff like that, and maybe how to lube, your ops up and that. But, that's something for next time, that is. If you want it, just ask for it, and we can always do a video on that. Not a problem at all. And if anybody's got any questions on anything sort of gun related or that, we'll try our best to answer them.
Sorry, just doing me messages on my phone.
I thought you fell asleep, mate. I nearly fell asleep when listening to that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's the most random nonsense. Do you like scars in with the Glock?
Yeah. No. I'll answer this one. Yeah, exactly, mate. Just like Skeletor with his Glock, mate. Fucking full of grease, mate. Full of grease. Just like over greased. And it's just like, all grease is going to do is, if you got wear on components, you can get something called swarf, which is basically, it's like a metal compound where metal's been rubbing on metal. And if that gets into like your grease and that, you're just spreading it around the gun. And it turns into almost like a cutting compound. So you're wearing things out even more. I mean, it's just, the amount of grease that was in that gun was unreal. It was just, you might as well just emptied a tub of grease in it and just sealed it back up. It was ridiculous. I'm surprised it run. Yeah. But, yeah. That could be another video, couldn't it, for another day? Maintenance on guns and... Yeah. I mean, tonight's just to see what, get it going, see if it does work, and see what.
Brand. I've always had black blasters, never really got wrong with them, to be fair.
Yeah, ASG blasters, I run them a lot myself. ASG blasters, that's tense. And don't get me wrong, I have run ASG standards as well. I bought a bulk load of them in size 2 gram when I very first started. I bought a case of them. And I've probably still got a couple of balls of them now. I mean, I only use them for like probably running them through for like chrono tests and stuff. But generally, yeah, ASG, can't fault them. There's quite a few good makes out there that are coming up and running. Depends what weight you want, really. I mean, I've had no trouble with the ASG blasters all the way up through. I think I've used up to 3.2s until Sierra 2 banned 3.2s, and then I dropped them down. Well, apparently you didn't like anything above 3s because you thought, like, it's close range. What's the point?
It's a bit close. Coming out with HPA and stuff like that, it tends to stick in you.
Yeah, it does. But don't get me wrong, I've shot people with. Do you know what I mean? I've gone for a reload and think, oh, where the XME 3s or me 2.8s I'm using, or my 2.5s, and I can't find them. So I've basically filled the mag up with my 2s, because I've always got 2s on me for chrono testing people, obviously on site. I've always got a spare set of 2s with me, a bottle of 2s. And I've filled 2s up, and people have danced around like a baby girl when I've shot them with 2s, just the same. So, I don't know, close quarter, you don't really need the extra weight, man. You can dance on it too.
You don't need nothing heavyweight.
Honestly, yeah.
No win, nothing.
Yeah.
People like even my kit's set up for 2.5s, 2.8 something. Indoors, doesn't really matter. You don't need to adjust the op. You're not firing that far.
That's another reason why I mean, most of my guns are set up for outdoor, even though I do play a lot of indoor, because I want to get the maximum range on my guns. And a lot of my op-ups are set for, 2.5, maybe not 2.5, maybe not that high, but they're set for like probably 2.3s, 2.4s upwards. So if I put a 2 in, even on my minimum, the minimum amount of op I can get on my gun, so it's all the way off, I'm still over-upping a 2. Because I tend to use heavier BBs, so I want to be able to have the capability of my op be able to op like a 3 or a 3.2. So you put something low level in and you're over-opping it. I mean, it's hitting the sky, like, to get what I mean. That's why. But when you're outdoors, I would never use a 2 outdoors anyway, because the wind, and you could hit, like, say you're shooting through like bushes or something, you clip a leaf. A 2's more liable not to be as fiery through as maybe a 3 or something. Do you get what I mean? You got a third more of the weight, I suppose, there, aren't you, when you're going to up ways? But yeah, well, most of my AGs are set up to be able to carry like 3s or 3.2s on the outdoor field. But I'll drop down 2.5s, maybe 2.8s if I'm playing indoor CQB.
It's cheap and cheerful, so
yeah.
Say we got nothing.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't use a 2.5 or a 2.8 indoors just to get the extra sting on people. I'm just generally doing it because I know my guns are set up to be able to op that sort of.
Yeah.
I know if I turn my op completely off, it'll still do a fair bit of up to a 2.5. Do you get what I mean? It's not going to go down straight away. It's got a bit of something to it. It's not going to go way up in the air as far as it possibly could, but yeah. But that's back to we're going on a tangent, but back to the reason why I don't use 3 above anymore is because Sierra T doesn't allow that. But I don't blame them. Don't blame them at all. Especially if people are in there, like Nick says, and you're using like an HPA or something. Yeah. You imagine turning up with HPA? You imagine turning up with an HPA in like 3.2s? People aren't getting one combat play again, are they? Do you know what I mean?
Caused injuries.
It's just too much, isn't it?
Want people coming back.
As long as you go, at the end of the day, as long as you get it and you feel it, fair enough. You get it, you feel it. That's the way it should be. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want getting shot. I love getting shot. You know what I mean? Me and my lad are outside all the time shooting each other for fun. Do you know what I mean? I love the pain. When you do actually get shot, that's the good thing about airsoft, I think, as well, because it's that anticipation of you're doing, you're manoeuvring, you don't want to get shot. When you do get shot, you feel it. If it's a stinger, mate, it makes you more intense to get back in it and play some more, isn't it? Like, it's like, wow, gets the adrenaline going. Do you know what I mean? If it was just like a Nerf gun hitting you or something, I wouldn't get the same enjoyment from it. I mean, we're all a bit pseudo in some way, aren't we? We like a bit of pain, like in that way, but But being shot like close range with a 3.2 out of something that's shooting on 350 max or 340 to 350, it's that kind of pain where you don't want to keep getting it by it. I mean, you seen me, haven't you? We played outdoors and I got shot point blank range with that guy with that tri shotgun right in the side of the head when we come out of.
That was all.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Hold the door.
Yeah. I walked out, from 8 inches away his barrel was from my head, and he pulled the trigger. Honestly, I was a bit like, oh, mate, but I don't mind the pain. I expect it. But when you're playing indoors close range and you're getting shot and then you've got to go respawn and come back, and you can't just keep getting shot with like something so overpowered, right? Like 3 point. Nobody wants to shoot a 3.2 to max velocity at like 10 foot away, 5 foot away, mate. You just can get sick of it, aren't you? Especially if you've got new players who've come in and do you know what I'm saying? Especially if they come in, new players come in, they're getting shot in the face.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, obviously...
The best experience is getting battered up and down the fucking place by heavy BBs.
Yeah, I mean, it's pointless indoors, man. We're not shooting more than what? We're not shooting more than 60 foot, are we? 40 foot? No, 40, 60. I reckon the longest distance we could probably shoot in there is probably about 60 foot. But generally, you're looking at about around the 10, 12 foot, if not closer, sort of range in there, aren't you? You just get around the corner, bang somebody's there, you're popping them, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? You don't be shooting eye weights. It's pointless. Eye weights for outside, mate, if you got like, go through bushes or you got the wind against you or, you really won't launch them out there for extra distance. That's about it, really.
Yeah, I agree. That's why we banned
I got a deagle when my lad quit airsoft. That's when I got a deagle. It's quite a nice deagle. I've only dropped it about 2 or 3 times tonight. That's it. But yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I got it off Sweat Arms. I think I bought it from when I purchased this. It didn't cost me much money at all. Like I mean, frigging mags are right hefty beast. I couldn't get one of these in this country. It's a bit of a rare deal, full metal construction. As you could probably see inside. Ooh, it's a beast. It's a beast. But yeah, I basically got this when my lad quit playing. So that answers that question. Thanks, Headshot Dreamer. Oh, and that was your M4 that just fell on the floor as well.
Sorry.
What do I think of speed soft tournaments and the style of play? Nothing against it, mate. Nothing against it at all. Speed soft, isn't it? What can you say? Nothing against it. It's a bit like you might as well ask me what do I think of paintballs. I don't know. There you go out and enjoy himself, don't you?
Speed soft, it's a different kind of airsoft, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's something I can't do because I'm old and fat and lazy. And you have to run round. Not my kind of gameplay.
No. You're more into your power slides and that, aren't you, really?
Well, I call them fat slides. I just sit on the floor and stop.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's beneficial for you if the floor that you jump on's got loads of BBs, because you will slide that extra further, the extra bit further.
No, that's why I didn't answer the first one. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I think something that's coming up. I think maybe something Lucas, definitely. But it's a niche market. Isn't it? It's not for everybody. It's for certain people, like Harry, because he's skinny little fucker that can run. Don't take it. I'm joking.
The only thing I'd say is I don't like the crossover between the speed softers and the normal airsofters, because.
Sicky's gone.
No, I'll be honest, because the way they pick corners and stuff, they're not really seeing what they're shooting. They're picking shooting. you can't pick and shoot that fast without focusing on what you're actually shooting at. I mean, as a marshal and playing, marshalling games when Harry's actually playing, I probably get shot more by Harry than I do by anybody else. As they come round the corner, don't realise what it is, they just shoot straight away, and it's like, shit, it's a marshal. It's like, if you'd looked down the end of your gun before you shot, you'd have known it was a marshal. So technically, you're fucking blind for Harry. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. So, I get shot more by Harry than I do by any other players when I'm marshalling. I've got a big red flashy light and I'm wearing a bloody big high-vis vest. So technically, when he shoots around them corners and firing around them corners, he's technically shooting before he's actually looked down the end of his gun to see what's happening. So that's basically my response on that. The crossover between, I don't know, it's a different reel. That's a bollocking for jumping over bloody barriers the other month, didn't it? Jumping and shooting, running up and down stairs when there's no running on stairs. God, man, the list goes on when I can think of what's happened. Yeah. You think you know better being like Ed.
Don't really understand that one. We don't know this. Sorry.
Got a message on? Do I need to read that one or do you?
No, that's no.
Oh, was that a private message, not one on Facebook then?
It's a phone one, but I just read it and thought, hold on, what am I reading here? It's not peeking, it's when I'm running through.
Yeah, but you know how it is, man. Shot me too many times, mate.
No, I've not caught you running on the stairs, so I'll give you that one.
No, but I have, and various other players have. That day we said anybody catches Harry running on the stairs gets a free game. I got told by two people, and they said, well, I don't want a free game, but I've just caught Harry running on the stairs.
He just sprints.
That's probably one of the people, yeah. I mean, Headshot Dreamer, man, he plays quite a little bit at our place, Tony.
Never met him.
The only cunt I know is probably the same size as you.
Is that your lad?
Yes!
Oh, that'll do. Yeah.
I thought you were joking when you said never met him.
No, I didn't.
He's frigging what?
If he wants that bloody deagle, I stuck my head around the corner. He goes, do you want it? I went, yeah.
I think he's just come in and nicked his deagle, but I know he hasn't nicked it. So you see him nicking. That's why he put up. Says, where have you got a deagle from? Oh, it's when my lad stopped playing. He didn't notice this on the table, though, did he? That's this as well. I'd hate to think how much he's put into this. I bet you bet he's on three on £300 at least. It's probably a couple of £100 for the gun actually, so he's probably on with all his scopes and his lasers and everything and all his upgrades. I reckon he's on about £400 on that. So yeah. Special messages are you?
Yeah.
Special. Shall I show the folks how to clean a barrel?
Yeah, I do that one, actually.
Okay. Perfect.
Need the tools. That's a fair barrel.
So what can I say? But on a I don't know, on a serious note, if obviously there's quite a few of you out there who not been able to play airsoft. And you might be wondering about maintaining your guns. Wow, you're not playing. Make sure, number one, I'd say, if you've got a gas pistol, make sure you leave a little bit of gas in the mag. That'll stop the seal drying out. Because you'll end up coming to it 3 or 4 months later, filling it up with gas, and it'll just leak like a crazy dude. So that's a good number one tip. A little bit of silicone oil in there first. Gas her up. Leave the gas up. I mean, most gas comes with quite a bit of silicone oil in it, green gas generally. If it's a CO2 mag, obviously leave a little bit of gas in your CO2 mag. But other than that, if you've got an electric AEG or something like that, don't leave it stored with the battery in and everything. In fact, now might be the time if you've got an electric AEG. I'll just grab one now. Look at an AEG. Now might be the time to stop your bucking drying out and cracking, because a lot of you probably won't be even firing your gun between now and the next time you get a game. So the easiest way to do that is by loading your mag up with BBs. Yeah, obviously getting your gun ready to go. This one hasn't got a battery in, so I can't show you. But generally, get your gun done, fill your mag up with BBs, and then dribble a couple of drops of silicone oil just on the first couple of BBs that are sticking out of where you normally either load them or where they come up from. If it's an eye cap, you don't load them there, do you? Obviously, you load them at the back and you wind it up at the bottom. But as soon as them BBs come up after you've wound it, or if you've loaded it with a speed loader, if it's a mid cap, just put like a couple of 2 or 3 drabs of silicone oil in there. Or if it's spray, just spray a bit of silicone oil in there. Load it up and fire 3 or 4 shots through. And what that'll do is it'll lube your bucking up and stop it from actually drying out and cracking during the process of where you're leaving it and not actually playing with it for ages. Because there is a chance for it to dry out. I mean, I do that quite regular anyway. I mean, probably every other game I do that anyway. The only downside to it is you've got to probably fire maybe 50 to 100 BBs through that bucking again for the hop up to be back exactly perfect. Because don't forget, you've put, depending on how much lube you put in it, it's going to lubricate it. But yeah. The more lube you put in it, the more BBs you'll have fire through it before the op-up starts to actually work correctly again. I mean, it'll work correctly, but it'll be a bit like, shots won't be exactly on target, bang on, bang on. You just need to then run, like I say, probably 50 to 100, 150 BBs top max through it, and it'll be back running right again. But I do that probably, I don't know, once every couple of games or something, or depends how much I use the gun, you know what I mean? Every 800,000 rounds maybe, I'll lube a few of the BBs up and run it through the op-up, and then, like I say, you've got to run before your op-up because don't forget it's lubed then, so it's greased, so to get the grip on the BB to actually, when it flies through the bucking and get its backspin properly again, then you probably have to run another 100 BBs through it. But if you're playing close range, you'll just go plinking in the garden or something, or you're setting your target sights up or something to make sure you're ready for your next game. It'll clear within that sort of amount of BBs anyway, and you'll be back running smooth on your op. But yeah, if you've got gas pistols or gas guns of any description, don't leave the mags empty. Just leave them with a little bit of gas in there. It'll stop the seals drying out. Because there's so many people you come to after they haven't played for 6 months, and then they pull the pistol out, gas the pistol mag up, and the pistol mag is just absolutely leaking gas completely. It's not even holding gas, and that's because it's sat there for ages dry with the compression of the valve pushing against it, and yeah, no lubrication on it at all and whatnot. So, yeah, I'd always keep a little bit of gas in your mags. That'd be my tip of the week. I'd ask Nick what his tip of the week is, but he'd probably get it out when we get demonetized.
Yeah, I put this to 18 plus, haven't you?
You said 18?
Yeah,
Oh, no, I didn't do that, mate. I thought you said 18. I'm like, yeah, I'm all for B.A. Baracus and that. Right, it's my turn, go to the lavatory now in a second. So, yeah. We'll be probably killing the stream in the next 6 hours. So, if you want to send your questions.
So I've got some stuff we can talk about my life.
Oh, yeah, I've got no rush to get off. But, I mean, the quicker you get your questions in, the quicker we can...
I had a terrible dream last night.
Go on, what was your terrible dream?
It was shocking.
Go on.
More next week.
More next week. And that's our new episode, Dream of the Week. Have we got a bit of a jingle for that, or are we just going to play it as it is? Like?
We need a jingle. We need some bits.
We don't need a jingle. Jingle. We need a jingle. Definitely need a jingle.
Oh, shit. Sure. See, I got quiet sweets.
Quiet sweets.
Well, I eat them all.
Are you reading a different set of questions than I am? Or somebody asked you how noisy your sweets are or something?
Yeah, I'm on WhatsApp as well as...
Somebody asked you on WhatsApp, how noisy are your sweets? And you were like, no, I've got quiet sweets.
It looks like you're on the spliff.
Me? The fag?
Oh, sis, I hope so. 2 weeks. You must know something. Tell me more. I'm waiting for the first pub to open, first horse racing, or the first football match. Then I'm open. Or if they lift the limit to 10 people plus, and then I'm opening. Because we can run on 10. Lost your volume, dude.
Me?
Oh, no, you're back.
Stunned. Oh, you're getting more questions than I am?
Yeah, I've got my phone going as well. It's through me, what's that thing called? WhatsApp. It's through a select group of people that daren't put questions on here.
The special people.
Private people.
Private people. I'm going to go outside and have a private little... I'm going to go to my outside toilet.
Oh, definitely. 2 weeks' time. Party at mine. I'm looking forward to that. Party, barbecue, the lot. So, yeah. As soon as we can have social interactions where I can get around to cuddling people and touching people. But I will admit, I have been enjoying wearing the rubber gloves, walking around Asda. It's been great. I don't feel like a shoplifter. They can't say nothing to me. You know, when you're walking around like that, well, he's not doing it right, so you put the gloves on first. You know. Although I do agree with all this 2 meters, let's not, you know, and don't forget everybody, make sure you do your clapping for the NHS every Thursday. I know we do a gaming night, but John's missus always does it out the window. My sister always hear her when John's playing Call of Duty with me. It's great walking around after like that, I must say. I have enjoyed that one. Mask on, but you know, maybe not a screen mask or Heritage or balaclava, because that doesn't really stop much. But yeah, as soon as this is lifted, we'll have a nice party around my house. We'll get merrily drunk, be merry, set a fire range up in the backyard, shoot that. I'll get John the Pirate, bring his hot tub down. We'll have a hot tub party. Get Stephanie in down. That could always be fun. Oh yes. Any more questions? But that's good news. Because my sister works in the NHS, so she's saying 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I can't keep putting me out the house really cuddling people.
Yeah, I'm back.
In them up the street, gloves on or not. Our tip of the week. Don't run away from the man with gloves on.
See, normally in this situation, it's all right for you. I think you're enjoying this because normally carrying gloves, a face mask, and a bit of duct tape would be pretty bad for you, wouldn't it? But
the sad part
now it's your standard.
Face masks, and I just put my coat on.
Yeah.
And I kept finding pairs of rubber gloves. And I put another coat on, a pair of rubber gloves in there. And I put my jeans on. And even that day down the pub, I put my hand in my suit out more for about 3 months. I found a pair of rubber gloves in there. So I was quite prepared for this. I saw this coming. Honest.
Bet you the women didn't.
Definitely. I think, yeah, once it's done, we'll burn some tyres. We'll have a nice shameless night. We'll shout as a party. Hello. Oh, I do miss me Manny, mate. I don't think he's like me much. Get like saying I took the piss out of our accent a bit too much. I went quite bad for that.
More questions?
Questions? It's Defcon Dave just thought about can't we get the nights back on and that, so yeah, that's good.
Yeah, mate, I can't wait to get them back up here, Defcon. Proper good lads, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, honestly.
Absolutely pro. But I mean, I'll be honest, I've dealt with Defcon since pretty much day one when I started airsoft and that, like, and I haven't got a bad word to say about them. Absolutely haven't got a bad word to say about Defcon at all. At all. And that's just as, I mean, I'm not connected to them, I'm not anything to them, do you know what I mean? I'm just a customer and I've never had a bad experience. Ever.
No, mate.
But then again, I could probably say that about a couple of other, do you know what I mean, airsoft retailers that I've used in the past. I mean, especially like if you're talking mail order and stuff like, Jesus. People like, crikey, who's that? I can't even think of it. It's a while back now since I mail ordered, but what was that one I used to use? Ooh, it'll come to me in the name. Name slips me by due to the amount of the alcohol we've drunk tonight. But yeah, I used to order off. Oh, it'll come to me. It will come to me. They weren't round here. I think they're in like Scotland or round or somewhere.
Airsoft World.
No.
Oh, that's Scotland, they are.
No. Yeah, it'll come to me. Anyway, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. That's all I can do now is think about what it is, and I just can't think.
I don't know about that one in Ireland. See, Airsoft World, that's Scotland.
Oh, do you know oh, mate, they're a proper good retail. Online wise, you can just get to make the centre. I order stuff from them, and they're just like, it's like you order something, it's there in the next couple of days, mate, and it's like, ooh, yeah, that will come to me. That will come to me. Don't worry, it'll come to me. If it don't come to me in this video, it'll be in the next one.
It's not another video, just remember that one.
Yeah. It'll definitely come to me. In fact, it's bugging me that much. Bear with me. I'll be back in a minute. Hey, I've just dug a couple of me old invoices out, and I now know Bullseye Country Sports.
Oh yeah, I got them.
In the past, mate, they've been absolutely banging. They have absolutely banging. Bullseye Country Sports. They've got something on YouTube as well, haven't they? Like a bit of a YouTube, eBay, like an eBay shop gopper as well, yeah. Bullseye Country Sports. Fairly reasonable. So what was the last bit of gear you bought, Nick? Pardon me?
It cost about 20 quid. Lad in the corner. Oh, right.
Oh, you're talking about your hand sanitizer dealer, are you? Yeah.
I was actually charged people £1 to fucking go with that before all this.
Yeah.
I ain't bought nothing for ages.
No?
Skins. Last bit of kit I've had is that SR25 that needs severe upgrading.
Yep.
That definitely needs barrel lop up, piston seals and stuff like that, I reckon.
So that'll be...
Little bolt's just gone in. Earl's got that. He's
yeah.
MOSFET in the get electric trigger
yeah,
on that.
He picked that up around about January time, didn't he?
Maybe. No, was he?
No, I think so, yes.
Might have been February, was it? Oh, I'll have to check my phone. I did say there was no big rush on it, as he was waiting for parts to come in for it. That's one bit of kit I can't wait to get back. I took that GZ last year. That was ace, and then it just did its usual famous... And that was me for the day. And then I walked down, and my good friend John says, "What's the point in going up now, mate? We're going to left down." I sat in the pub. And that's where Ian come down to us and told us about his famous story about being shot in the face.
Is that the rant? Have you not found the rant yet?
Oh, I found the rant. What's some message board I was in? I said, we need to find that. And little troopers that they are, they found it for me.
We'll find out how we can start putting clips in and like...
I'll get that uploaded.
Yeah, when we start doing actual uploads, mate, and the videos, like, we'll get clips put in for people so they can...
As I try to show a few videos, I can't show off my phone, but I reckon you probably hear it. Yeah. Can you hear that?
I can hear it, yeah.
The story I heard was a lot different. This is just funny.
Just fucking lost another fucking mag.
We can hear it, mate. We can hear it. Keep it going.
What? It's the face. That's what you've got to shoot at. We need to see the body. know what I mean? It's all losing, unfortunately.
And we will be uploading that to our YouTube. The story that was told to me, I can't remember the actions for me. It might have been John.
Yeah, it probably was because he's good with his actions, John, isn't he? He's
the
ace.
story, and it was I sat in the ballroom after it was a Sunday event on GZ.
Yeah.
And they told me the story. I was in fucking stitches. And what I
Yeah.
didn't realise, the two guys that shot him were sat behind us. That was at the time.
Why are you telling the story?
Yeah, I looked behind us and said, "Oh, look, they've got patches on."
Yeah.
Gonna say it like.
No, we won't say. We won't say. Yeah. I almost say them. We won't say.
That video went up. Realised it was them guys, and then they put that video on. It's gone from a funny story to oh dear,
tragic.
Yeah.
From funny to tragic.
Worse than me falling over. So yeah, it was that was fun. There was me, there was John, there was Pat Fitcher, Ian, and the young lads who had to apologise. I can't remember the names, but they were sound. Two brothers. They kicked the shit out of each other in one night in the tent.
Kick the shit out of each other.
They were sound. Proper nice lads.
Yeah.
That's GZ. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it if it does go on.
My sister there with a hot tub for me. Yeah, it'll be a good time. Let's just see what happens. Let's lock down. Yeah, it's done for a reason. Let's be honest. We've all got to stay in.
Oh yeah. It's a valid reason, isn't it? I mean,
fuck yeah.
let's get it all. Let's get it all done.
I'm not fucking there. Look at that fucking Noah at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a stupid hat.
But
you got to stay in. Do that social. What's it called? The distancing thing. Yeah, you go around Asda, got all the lines out so you don't like bump into each other and stuff like that.
Did you normally do many lines in Asda?
I've done a few, yeah. Well, normally at the checkout. So, yeah, it's not where you get the credit cards.
Yeah. Man, I rang you the other day then till I was going for Tesco. I went go shopping at Tesco and I must have been like 100th in the queue or something. Queuing outside. Give you a quick ring. Oh, just going in Tesco, Nick. Do you need any supplies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any, how are you on food and everything? Well, let's pick a crate of beer up, mate.
Food itself. A lot of protein in Marmite. It's a good fucking fuel source.
You still eating that Marmite?
Nah, I bet it.
You have a brown tongue.
Save that for tomorrow.
You can get a brown tongue, you are.
Oh, but plenty of tomatoes. They're sorts of coming on a bit of a treat. A bit struggling at the moment with them. Need to know where I can take them outside, put them out in the sun. So I get a bit of frost. I'm waiting for my wine making kit, so I'll be making some CO2 wine. Jesus juice, I will be calling it.
Definitely Jesus juice.
So we'll have a green markers on there at some point. Why not? It's all things to keep the mind occupied.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't like being in the house.
No, I don't think any of us like being in the house, do we? We like being outside shooting people like crazy people. Isn't it?
Yeah, you lot have got company. I have to keep talking to myself.
But that gets confusing sometimes.
It does. I keep arguing with myself and losing.
You lose arguments with yourself, do you?
Oh yeah.
What can I say? At least I'm busy. I've got bloody 5 kids to look after.
Oh man, that right now. Then again, barely look after myself. Barely functional person. So,
Barely functional person.
now Sierra 2 opens and I have...
Yeah, now Sierra 2 isn't open, man. You barely got anything to live for, have you? I mean, let's face it. I'm surprised you're on this stream now. It says live stream, but I mean...
Well, kind of. But we are shut here, yeah. The pub shut, Sierra 2 shut.
I know, yeah. I mean... dude.
I thought he was sitting on the bench in the winos because the police moved me on.
And you've been sitting on that bench for some time in the past, haven't you? It's just... It's not like they care like about your past bench experience, is it?
Try and feed the ducks. They told me fuck off.
I don't know what to say, mate. I really don't. Mate, I don't know where to go from here. I just feel like it's not good, is it? It's not good, is it?
So I've got a message. I tell you what, Cole. I'm not going to give you an NHS discount, but if you bring someone with you, I'll give you an half-price game Elsa for your next one. So type Pat faster.
Yeah, faster. Bear in mind, it's a 3-hour delay.
You know why you call anyway?
Yeah. How's it going, Carl?
That's Dave's brother that comes on the side of the scooter.
Yeah, I know who Carl was.
Oh dear. Well, I have to explain this.
Did you not know who Carl was?
It took me a few minutes to read, and realise.
The clue is, I think he's got the same second name as his brother, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't know his brother's name half the time.
Don't you? Not Dave, then?
Well, I know Dave.
Is it not Dave?
Dave, I can't remember.
Oh.
Quite shocking. Quite shocking. Sorry, secret messages.
I'm dying to click on shit here and see things, different things, but you might disappear from the stream like you did last time. Don't want that. It was here for you, on.
When I had a great time at HMP. Jesus Christ, we went to an HMP, me and Ian, and we shit our fucking souls. Remember that? We did have a good time, don't get me wrong. But fucking hell, that was horrible. Honestly. I think I went white. Ian didn't dare walk through a door. That was a fun day, though. That HMP Gloucester, definitely a site, guys, you've got to go to.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm gutted I missed that, mate. I just can't remember why, but I just couldn't make that.
It's proper old school.
Yeah.
A proper old school jail, landings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'd say it took us a while to get used to the place, figure it out, but every time's the same. But yeah, it's brilliant. But yeah, fucking hell, I walked out, I was like, oh God. Ian kept asking if we permission to walk through doors. Honest.
Yeah, I bet it's a nightmare call, mate, working in the NHS at the moment. I'll be avoiding patients like the plague too, mate.
He's avoiding I avoid airsofters in town.
Yeah, mate.
It's Friday, mate. Fuck off. That's what you get from me.
It's on Friday, is it?
No. So I went to Manchester that time, sitting near Manchester Piccadilly, sitting there. 2 people walked past me from airsoft who I knew from somewhere. Hey, mate, we do up here, go down. What the fuck? I'm trying to escape. Leave me alone.
Airsoft famous, yeah.
No, just.
I'm surprised you don't, mate. I don't know why you don't get a date with that fucking feminist fatal woman. But she's airsoft famous, isn't she? 2 of you'd be alright.
Oh no. I'm famous in Hamley. That's it.
Famous in Hamley. You know you're famous in Newcastle, apparently, or wherever you were. You just told a story. Where were you in Hamley?
Where's that?
When you just said you told a story, Justin, you said, I got noticed, and they said, oh, airsoft. Where were you, apparently?
No, Newcastle, that was.
Exactly. So if you know from...
Manchester.
Yeah, that's that far out, mate. That far out, dude. You must be famous.
I think he's just got off the same train as me.
Heard you on the phone. Oh, yeah, I got airsoft.
Oh, mate, you airsoft us. Oh, for God's sake, leave me alone. Come here, get away from people.
Who did you think you were, Noveridge?
Fuck that, Cole. You remember what happened last time? Christ.
Must have thought you were Noveridge or somebody.
I met Noveridge once.
Did you?
No, he just looked like him.
It wasn't. I don't remember you telling me that story. You had a photo with him, and then everybody who sees the photo is like, fucking hell, you know Norwich. He didn't even know Norwich. He just looks like... I'm alright there. Sorry, I've given your secret away. I've given your secret away.
Is that Norwich? French bloke I found. He dressed like he managed a sniper.
Everybody sees it. Everybody sees the photo. He's like, oh man, Nick knows Norwich.
Yep. They do have a photo of him.
They're not even close to Norwich, is it?
Norwich got that challenge at the moment. We'll have to try that one next week. The free mag challenge. You got 2 BVs and you got to change. He's a piss.
He says.
He's a piss.
Pressure, bro.
The challenge I had this age ago before I broke my gaming chair. What you have to set your target up on the wall.
You
have to spin round in your chair.
Right.
And you got to fire all your rounds off and hit the target while you're still spinning.
While you're spinning.
Yeah.
And it's only one target.
One target, one point in the room, and you got to spin round on your spinny chair and fire
Yeah.
at the same time.
Sound?
That's a fucking challenge. Never mind fucking. Try that fucker.
Yeah, you look just like Harry then.
Yeah. Norwich actually works in Ashwood.
Norwich works in the Ashwood.
Last time I was.
Longton, Ashwood, Longton. Let's just get this right. Are we on about the same Ashwood?
The Ashwood and Longton. I was in there not long ago
with Norwich.
And this gentleman of
pleasure.
Well, I say sort of walking, talking.
Yeah.
We didn't quite sound Austrian, put it that way. But he wandered up and down, and he looked like Norwich. And I said to John, "That's Norwich." And John,
yeah, John's like, "Oh yeah, of course, he's in this fucking pub in the middle of nowhere, isn't he?"
He couldn't have their accents. I mean, I could be YouTube daft and just pour a stupid accent. Hello, my name is Nick. I'm from Bukhatistan, and I'd like to shoot up the fucking gun, yes? What's my clap time? I actually just run a little short out in Curtis. But yeah. We can all
that's not your best impression. Your best impression is our good friend Stewie. That's one of your best impressions. Sorry, mate, but I just
fucking thunder, fucking did my busted in.
Captain who gave him that name?
Who that was that day? Oh.
Fuck no, it's nothing to do with me. I'm fucking shit.
Fuck off now, Nick. You're taking the piss out of my accent, you sweat. Good shit bag.
I can almost hear him saying, "I like you, Nick, but that fucking guy who's running the place is a dickhead." I fucking like you, Nick.
Fucking dickhead, no fucking clue. Fucking guy, fucking stuck in the air, sweat. You fucking take his fucking eye out.
Who the fuck? Mate, I can't do his accent. It was like, who the fuck has an was it an S80 or something? Or is it an SA80 or something? Who the fuck has an SA80 pointing at whatever? You can shoot your teammate's fucking head off. Yes, man.
Don't mean no offence to the guy I'm on about. It's just how he's fucking acting.
No, yeah, mate. Stu is fucking. And no disrespect to Mr. Thunder, like, you know what I mean? He did what he did, didn't he? Yeah, he was there, right.
Fucking Stu.
Funny as fuck, funny Stu.
Fucking hell, Nick, I was fucking pissed this night. Fucking Nike, they fucking pissed in my tent. Don't the fucking stick your head in there. Fucking hell, Stu.
Or when he walked up to fucking a bunch of people and asked them if he could borrow their axe.
Oh, God.
Except for he was fucking bollock naked, wasn't he?
He had a pair of shoes on.
Can I borrow your axe? And they lent him an axe. So if you lend a naked bloke a fucking axe, you'd be like, "No, mate, I'm keeping this for me in protection, dude."
Everyone's gone to sleep. I'm not going to sleep because I've got a fucking, naked fucking nutcase on the loose.
With an axe.
Now it's like, please go sleep. Please go sleep. Please go sleep. He's a fucking fire going down. He's going down a bit now, Nick. Yeah, well, we got enough to chop a tree down with, Stu. Oh, fuck that. Sort that for you. Excuse me, fella. You could be the fucking axe, could you? Fucking chop a tree down. And off he toddled.
No clothes on.
No problem, mate. Yes, we've got some nice shiny axe.
Yes, I lend you my axe.
Thank you. No problem, sir. I'm glad you're dressed for the occasion. And off we toddled into the woods with a fucking axe. And then the marshals turned up. It was actually me chopping the tree down and Stu arguing with him bollock naked. Fucking off soon tomorrow. We burned all the stuff on the fucking floor. You fucking dick. Go on, piss off. Good fucking year at GZ that was, I must say. That was.
He saves beer and he saves beer and Ashwood. Nobody does, man.
He does serve beer.
There was a guy like him at the Kingdom.
He put on the CR2 once I met Norwich again. It was like a smaller, fatter version. It doesn't quite speak costume. He has more of that voice of like Sean.
Dude. Never heard.
Alright, sirs. Make sure you look after John. He was poorly earlier. And I've heard about your bedside manner. Just told him shut the fuck up.
Mm.
Bad that one. Make me laugh.
Not wrong with that, mate. Not wrong with that, dude.
Where are we?
Right, I'm going to leave you 2 seconds, mate.
Guy in the Kingdom looked like Norwich. Who was that? Are you sniper? No idea. Yes, mate, you're on COD this Thursday. You can have teams of 4 now, mate, so we've always got an opening, haven't we? I'll say we had you last time. We had Glenn. We had... can't remember his name. What's that Marshall we've got called? No idea. You spoke to Ian lately, Col, or see much of him? He's nice seeing him on the event last time as well.
Oh, we're down to 6 viewers.
Yeah, it's...
3 of them are you? Let's have a little look. What haven't we crossed over yet? We've gone over a lot of stuff here so far, haven't we?
Well, you've got to do me doing Stew accents and Manchester accents and stuff. So,
I mean, we did try and sculpture this out into some sort of bullet points, but we got through them in the first fucking half hour.
Yeah.
Sorry for me swearing. Good job being our 18 plus. Yeah.
A bit late a bit late now.
Yeah, a bit late now, say sorry.
It's the first one. It's just showing.
Mate, it's yeah. We got it going. We know how to rock it, so all we need to do is
we'll get Harriet Taker in next time.
Yeah, a couple of special guests.
Oh, we'll get Ian and Aaron.
Oh yeah, we've got to get Ian on.
Well, actually, his message has got a few people subscribing to us, which is good. So thank you very much, Dave. Your support as always has always been,
yeah.
Much.
I just feel like we've come on here tonight with a just with the feel of getting it going and not many ideas for what we're actually gonna chat about tonight and stuff, have we? We got a few bullet points, but we nailed them, and that was about it, wasn't it? But yeah, it's just all a test to see how we can go, see what we can do. Get a couple of extra guests on. And
get us on my green screen. That'd be the first one.
Somebody to iron it. You definitely need to iron that. Try to figure out where his green screen is now. For how long it takes him to get to the refrigerator and back. Won't take long now. He's had a message. So anyway, yeah. Any questions? Stick them on. Anybody wants to ask anything about any sort of teching or gun maintenance or whatnot? We'll try our best to answer your questions. Other than that,
I'll tell you what. One segment we'll have to have an Airsoft Stories event.
Right, that is definitely. You are definitely not in the lavatory. I've judged by the amount of time it took you to get the fridge and back. We'll have to have what, mate? A bit of a Airsoft story.
Airsoft Stories thing, like Stuart Jeezy.
Yeah.
His whipped impression, me breaking my legs at fucking Anzio, stuff like that.
Mm.
What do you want?
I thought it was your ankle.
Well, you know what I mean.
That's part of your leg, I suppose, isn't it? Am I just nitpicking now? I'm just nitpicking now. I mean, it's part of your leg, isn't it, I suppose?
It's buggers. Well, it spreads, don't mean no good, has it, so?
No, because you compensated on it, aren't you? So,
I already know it. Take it on the next defo, getting no views.
I don't know, I reckon if we could, I mean, I've done a lot of recording, I on Sierra 2, and I've got lots of footage of Harry not taking it, so I could probably bring that up and put it into the next video.
Don't mention no teeth. I've got no teeth still. I haven't been to the dentist sort their out.
Speak to me about no teeth, man. I've had mine shot out.
Did you have a look at Dave's gun? You know the one I mean?
Did I have a look at that? Well, Dave's. Yeah, man. I've spoken to Dave about it. It's it's totally shit. Right. What stopped it working is the trigger unit is absolutely shot in it. It's just totally worn out, and it's jumping out of its frigging guides. But that isn't the only problem with it. The gearbox is worn so badly and also it didn't have a spring on the anti-reverse latch, so whether that's snapped off or it just wasn't on, I don't know. But where you put the gears into, especially the anti-reverse latch, it's just the casing of the gearbox, and it's worn so badly the anti-reverse latch doesn't even sit straight in the gearbox housing. It cocks over like that because the hole where you put it in is just so worn. So I spoke to Dave about it. It is shit. He needs to be honest, he needs a new gearbox housing. It's best just buy a new full gearbox, really, to be honest, for go into it. For what's come out of it, because it's only a standard gearbox. It's got no electric trigger system or anything like that. It's just, no special trigger system. It's a standard like electric that runs through it, like your standard original V2 gearbox. But you'd probably spend about you one of them for about what you get a pro jobby for about 44 quid, can't you? 45 quid. Go to the right sort of place. Stick that in it. Job's going in his gearbox. Don't even worry about it. It'll be brand new on it. It'll be working as just as good as it did when it was new. But other than that, he's going to have to spend a fortune in that gearbox. So you might as well just get something put in it. It's pointless to be doing anything because he needs a gearbox like casing for a start. So when you start getting into that realm, for what it is, it's only a standard like M4, isn't it? It's nothing special. So yeah, no MOSFET or anything. It's just buy a new gearbox for us. I told him that, he was like, I'll probably buy a new gun actually, mate, instead. Yeah. He knows all about it. It's probably more in depth than what I've just said now, but yeah. You have to excuse me, I've had a couple of beers now. But yeah. Are you still eating sweets?
I'm still eating sweets.
I'm surprised you've got any teeth left.
I stopped for a while. I've only just picked one up.
Stop for a while.
I started when we first started the stream, then I choked.
You're making me feel like I need to eat something. What have I eat? Struggling now.
Struggling.
Yeah, I've got nothing to eat. I'm fucking nothing. I need to. Other than our like bullet point sheet, I mean,
Bullet point sheet?
Well, it was.
Bullet point sheet.
Yeah, a bit of saliva. Okay, right. I'll have a look now. Because we are desperate for content here, aren't we? Because we are really struggling.
I can tell more stories.
You could tell more stories. I could tell people that, like, over the last couple of months, obviously, they've noticed when they were playing, Arena started changing around a little bit.
I've given due credit where credit's been due. It has been a lot better. I've been enjoying the faster pace and all that. Yeah. Site's run better, to be fair, last couple of months.
Are you talking to now, me, or some question you've just had?
You.
You're serious? You're not even looking at me, you're looking down at your phone.
I can't look in the eyes and say it.
So what? Right. Let's just have a recap. Let's just have a recap. So let's have a recap on that. Okay, site's running a lot better. No, I think site's running as it should run. In fact, site could run a lot better than it did. But
yeah,
we've still got a few things to do, haven't we?
Glitches and little bits we need to sort out.
Yeah.
To be fair, mate, I think from now until the end of time, for whatever time we got left on site, we'll always criticise ourselves, think we do something better. I think the way we've been doing little bits, how we've been doing the turnarounds faster, the gameplay, stuff like that. I mean, have people knackered by 8:30.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking general gameplay, yeah, fair play, but I mean, I'm referring. I mean, we'll talk about that for a little bit now, but I was mainly referring to like changes on site, as in like different sets of raw covers and stuff, and the way we get moving things. But I mean, the way things are going now, gameplay, it's not like it used to be. It used to be like you're in for a game, you're out for 20 minutes. You're in for a game, you're out for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? By the time everybody had finished, they probably left there feeling like they wanted more, didn't they?
Yeah.
Whereas now, I think a lot of people are going home before like last game's finished. So like they've had the fill, haven't they? Of it, you know, they're knackered. They've had a really good night, and you're still reading your phone, aren't you?
Concern me when we first started stuff like that. It used to concern me thinking, fucking hell, people leaving early. They're leaving early. One, they were leaving early. They were leaving because they had the film. They were knackered.
Yeah, you were a bit concerned at first, thinking why are people leaving early? But I mean, they're knackered, aren't they?
Yeah, they've had the film. Like
we've got
a better dynamic with it, and it's just sort of starting to gel now, if I'm honest, which is good.
But me personally as a marshal, I feel like we need freshen up the games a lot more because you kind of like play the same game. I mean, for me, I'm like if I'm marshalling, I'm pretty much running the same games every week, and it's like it gets boring for me. I know a lot of players don't exactly turn up. I mean, don't get me wrong, you get the hardcore every week players, don't you? But like the ones who turn up perhaps every couple of weeks or something like that, it might not feel like it's getting tired for them. But for me, I feel like we need new gameplay. We need new sort of like. I mean, we have been implementing a few different game ideas and stuff. I know over the last couple of weeks before we actually shut down, a lot of the games were, especially with Harry, they were incorporating like the bars off limits and stuff like that, and we need to open that bar up a bit more so it's not so much a bit of a tight spot, so we can get back in there and that. I remember the bar years ago because the bar's changed at least 3 times since I played that site, and I remember the bar years ago. It used to be more open, didn't it? Years ago. I mean, top floor used to,
That was open.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you got rid of stuff like the tunnel and stuff like that was up top floor. But I mean, like the bar has become this tight, closed area where you've got one way in and one way out, and I mean, you got 2 people. If you got 2 people in the bar area, and there's no way anybody can get in there because you're both concentrating on window and door, and there's no way anybody can actually kind of break in. Even if you got 10 people outside and 2 people inside, the 2 people inside will win because the 10 people can't get through the door at once to try and storm it. And you get what I mean? It's just the games we have played in the past. It's going backwards and forwards, isn't it, at that bar area? So it does need changing. We will be changing that before site reopens. Yeah, we're going to put a couple. We're going to change that doorway. So we've got a couple of doorway entrances instead of having that doorway in the middle way. Yeah.
The main room.
Yeah. I mean, we sorted the pinch point out. I mean, you're never going to sort every pinch point out, and every site needs pinch points. Yeah, because as soon as you close one pinch point up, you're opening another one up. I mean, you can never close everything up. But then if you did close every pinch point up, what kind of a site would that be? It would just like you could just wander through anywhere you wanted. There'd be no pinch point. Do you get what I mean? You need that kind of stuff. But I think especially at top floor bar area, it's come to the point where if you're in it, you kind of like you've got it. Do you know what I mean? It's going backwards and forwards, like especially if playing countries, people are like in and out of it, in and out. Just you basically swapping one for another. That game would go on for like 3 or 4 hours exactly doing that at the bar area, wouldn't it? Especially.
I'm saying about the top floor. Top floor has always been our floor to build because of how it's set out. You're going to split to 3 pieces. With sort of a set route in a sense.
Yeah, but it's not so much a set route anymore because we opened. We sort of half stopped the pinch point at the concrete door, which has made it nice. Now it's still a pinch point. Don't get me wrong; they can get through easier, but it's still a pinch point there. They've still got to push through and do the business, haven't they? We built that area that we call like the castle or the snug or whatever you want to call it. Like, I mean that has nobody ever used to play that room.
No.
And now they're in there. They're doing something. It's like an area for being. If we can change the bar for like a couple of entrances into it, I think that'd sort top floor out completely. Honestly.
Few little ideas got for that wall.
Yeah, we've already come up with this, haven't we? I mean, yeah. And then maybe a little bit of a change on bottom floor where that big area is at the back post. Maybe put a couple of rooms there, maybe, or something.
Yeah, then I think once we've done that bit, then we'll go through bottom. We'll start again. We'll start bottom floor and work our way up. And
I think once we've done that, we can run that for a few months, mate, without any problems. Honestly, everything's sound. Middle floor sound. Got no problem with middle floor. Middle floor's nice. Top floor, now we've opened that other room up and sort of stopped the pinch point at the door, and we'll do the bar area. Top floor will be fine. Bottom floor's, it's sound bottom floor is. It's very rare. I mean, as a marshal, I'm sort of going through all the floors when the gameplay's going. If we're playing on all 3 floors and say there's 2 marshals running, I'll be going from bottom floor to middle floor to top floor. I'll be rotating myself constantly and standing in places and trying to be where the action is. But you get very little action on the bottom floor compared to like what you get on, say, middle floor and top floor.
Thing is, the bottom floor, since day one we've had the place, don't know why people don't go down there.
Yeah.
It's always been a bit of a weird floor. In the beginning, like bottom floors had quite a lot of changes. People don't go down there. Don't know why. It is a bit of a freaky floor. I've had some weird shit.
Yeah, but it's not the darkest floor. It's not the darkest floor, is it? Darkest floor is top floor.
Not anymore. No, since we put the light in. No, it's one of the lighter floors.
No. But even since we put that red light in on what we like to call Chinese takeaway or whatever, But once you're in bottom floor, it's the next lightest floor. Top floor's way darker than bottom floor. So it does. It goes middle the lightest, bottom the next lightest, top the darkest. Yeah, that's the way it goes. And really, there's some good places in bottom floor. I mean, I'm not surprised people aren't playing it more. They probably are, really. You just haven't noticed it. But nobody plays that back end.
You see many people down there. It's all, I
don't know. I see it. I do, man. Especially around here towards like blue box area, like the blue padded box areas and stuff. Action seems to happen along there quite a lot. But that back end where you got that post with the lights around, where most people respawn on the post, don't they? That big area there is splitting up a bit. But other than that, man, we'll get all that going for when we kick back in.
As soon as we get a date, we'll.
So there'll be a few changes on site anyway when people get back in.
They're not going to kick us back on the same day.
No.
Obviously not. So
no.
We'll have at least a week to get stuff changed.
Yeah, we'll know about it, won't we? We'll know about it. We saw how fast we made the changes to like middle floor and how much we made to top floor in a few days, wasn't it? It was just like we were in and we did the business. We did it, didn't we? Especially that middle floor area now for the briefing area and that for the game briefing. That's a lot better there now. And there's no shooting down the stairs and stuff. There's a sort of...
Yeah, well, I know, because like I say, you can even split teams up there, can't you?
That's it. Yeah, you can get one team in one section, one in the other, and brief them there, can't you?
That's it. All right. So a load of stuff on my phone.
I'm doing now, you're laughing your sack off, mate. I'm reading what people have.
Yeah, I'm reading this, I'm reading that. It's great fun. Coal lights shooting people in the Balt area. That's just kind of shocking. But you're small anyway, so that's not fair. And blue boxes, where is that?
Yeah, it's about right for Dave.
Yeah.
Is that big flashlight you got shot out?
Is that the one he's put the bottle top in?
Something like that, mate.
Yeah.
I always find that, mate. The bigger and brighter the torch you've got, the more chance you've got it shot out. Because I've played your side for like years now, and I've never had anything shot out till probably the last like 3 months. Probably, I've had lenses shot out on my optics. I've had torches shot out. I've had everything, mate. Just recently, I've had nothing but this year. After the 3 years or so I've been playing the site, man. I've had at least a scope and 2 torches shot out.
I'll be honest with you, in the old days when we first opened, I used to play there a lot, like sort of make numbers up because we've been quiet.
Yeah.
And I used to have scopes on talk. I never had nothing shot out ever.
No.
The only time anything got shot out was when I borrowed somebody. So if I see the torch come out Marshall, your torch is gone. They'll be like, yeah, it's fine, that bastard. And borrowed me that 416, had a scope on there.
Yeah.
I never used the fucking thing. I never put light, never turned it on. It was batching it. I did an event for some lads, the lad that does all the Facebook and that for me. Come back, your lens has been shot out. I'm like, yeah, I know it was. Like, well, this fucking thing's been here for like 2 years, never been hit once. So, yeah. And then I went to Optac and the fucking site got shot out 3 times the same day. And it smashed anyway, so. But it says look and draw the place, but I do recommend that you definitely put a cover on it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing Sierra 2, mate, there's several things that you definitely need. I mean,
sight protector, lens protector, anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, number 1's a fucking torch, and number 2's a fucking protector for your torch lens, isn't it? I mean, number 1, if you never played Sierra 2 ever before in your life, and you're tuning up first time ever, bring a bloody torch.
Bring a torch, bring length.
Yeah, bring a torch.
Because
I mean-
he will break. I see a couple of stories on there. I won't say good stories because they probably cost people money.
Yeah,
In all honesty.
yeah.
The lad, I can't remember his name. I call him Alice. And he walked up to me, got his brand new EOTech, and he says, "Hey, have you seen this?" I says, "Oh, that's nice, mate. I've just had it today." "Oh, sound. Got protector for that." "I won't need one. It sounds. I've never had a problem here before." "All right, sound, but mate, I'll put one on there. So you bought it today. Paid about 90 quid for it, and to be fair, that was a lot for the lad at the time, I must say. 20 minutes after that comes back. "Marshall, yeah, what's up, mate? It's been shut out." So I fucking told you about lens protector. He says, "What's your policy on stuff?" I goes, "Well, I told you about fucking lens protector, innit? Fuck off." But come on, mate. You know, it's your kit. And I think the other one was Ian Martin. He just bought a brand new Surefire torch, put on the bottom of his pistol. Got a BB in the bottom of the bastard.
Joking.
Yeah.
They were happy.
It was like that. It was nothing. It was, 6mm BB in a 4mm slot, in all honesty. And you were happy.
I know we've had a few people turn up in the last when we were open last week asking if we were hiring gloves and stuff in it. Like it's like
Well, I didn't mind. In the old days, we didn't mind.
we'd have a few pairs, won't we? But I mean, you'd end up getting one back.
Yeah.
And then you'd end up with a box full of odd left-handed gloves or something, wouldn't you?
Well, I wouldn't mind if we got like load of left and load of right. But it's
No.
Like grey one back, one black one back, one green one back. But they don't even match. One large one small one. We're fair people, man. But
Yeah, but I mean, it's the only so much you can do, isn't there?
I say John got his load of them torches from Poundland or somewhere last time. They only cost £1. They were great. We had loads of them.
You've probably got about one left, haven't we?
Yeah. A couple of them broke, don't go wrong, but the rest of them, where the fuck are the torches gone?
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's not the regulars. It tends to be people that don't come back much.
Which you're always going to get, aren't you? You're always going to get people who the one-offs or the once every couple of months.
God accident where someone in the kit to take it. And the off few times I've had that was a bit nice. Someone come, "Oh, buddy, sorry, I took your sling last time." Like, "Thank you very much, mate." And you always like sort of thank them with a bit of a discount on the game.
Yeah.
We're small starts, aren't we? We're small boys. We've got a big personal.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people like it with it being a small site and that's close net community sort of thing, and people. Sorry for moving me thing there. But most people, people like that kind of thing, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Notifications.
So,
Kathleen Kenner. Don't like that woman.
here's a question for you then, dude. Here's a question for you. I mean, if you were to play your side, which is not very often you do because you're always too busy trying to run the bloody place and that, like. But what?
When I walk on site and have a game, I generally get battered.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, what's your favourite game mode sort of thing when you do play?
Honestly,
what do you enjoy playing on your site? What do you think you enjoy playing on your site?
I think the scavenger game I used to love, really enjoy playing.
Mm-hmm.
I used to put like the bits out and go fetch some. Pushback used to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
I think more attacking than defending. I think.
Yeah.
I don't last long as defender because I end up trying to attack the defenders.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I last about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoy the scavenger games on there. Love the pushbacks. Not a big fan of the. That's just me though, because I end up walking into it. Yeah, so you're infected and stuff like that. If I'm infected for about 20 minutes on my own. Walk around the corner, get shot. It's probably because I can't shut up or I'm heavy.
So you just can't get other people infected on your team, man. So everybody's just laughing like, yeah.
Do that quite easy.
Yeah. I mean, a few of these games you're mentioning, like especially like infected and like pushback. I mean, they used to be like, especially like infected, but they're like our stable games, aren't they? Like the games that we tend to play quite regularly. They are. I mean, cause they work quite well on our site as well.
They're great little warm-up games. I do
Yeah.
If you've got a partner, if you're paired up or something.
Yeah.
In that case.
Yeah.
There was one Stefan. We haven't seen him for ages, and he was a proper good marshal. He's come up with some proper off the cuff games. He used to he did like the original sort of scams game for us and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And halfway through, he'd throw the dummy in there.
Mm.
And like say, right then, you got game out, and I walk in there. I was going to do something. These guys, they actually threw me out of the way. And they had to bring this guy up in this set time. There was seconds off. I'm like, against the wall like this, and it was just really good. Games like that I used to really enjoy. And
I mean, we can introduce. That's what I'm saying. Like we can introduce some sort of. Because I mean, we're not getting stale, are we? But I mean, we seem to play. I mean, a general night at Sierra 2 would probably consist of a couple of zombie games to start off with, and then it'd be like either 1 or 2 games of countries or something, and then we'd either pop into something a bit larger of a game, like where it used to be like pushbacks, didn't it, and stuff. But I think pushbacks, I mean, they're all right, but we're kind of not using the bar at the moment, and then now we've altered that concrete doorway as well. Pushback is a lot better. But it used to be the concrete doorway and the bar. If you could hold them two, you were going to win pushback. So it was kind of like the whole game was just based on them 2 areas.
Yeah.
So we kind of like... But we eased off a little bit on pushback on the last few games when we were still going, weren't we? You know, we eased off on pushback and started playing like the bomb and stuff like that. Which, that does wear people out, that does, the bomb.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's all on middle floor, but they've got to go either top or bottom to respawn and stuff, so... But I think more of a objective-based kind of games are more. Do you know what I mean? They're more enjoyable, aren't they? I mean, like you say, the bomb, you just got to get to one place, middle floor, and I don't think. I mean, it's a good game. I enjoyed playing it and that, but I still feel like we could play better games there, couldn't we? We could come up with something that's a little bit better, like. Yeah.
And a couple of really. I'm going to call them failure games that really take off. Couldn't really get them to work.
No.
What was that one they used to do? Copper Rob broke it, which was just a pisser when he did.
That's Copper Rob for you, though. Yeah, go on.
It was a trouble in Summit Town. They all had to stand there, and whoever was on, he just turned around, got shown, bang, done.
Yeah. See, we used to play Hardpoint as well, didn't we?
Well, yeah, I used to enjoy the Hardpoint.
I used to love Hardpoint. But these just shoot the fucking dogs, aren't they?
Yeah. You say walk up, guys, and change the lights with you know.
Mm.
See the bloke shooting it. I saw one bloke run off route from the objective. It was like, But that was one, we could actually bring that back in again, really. Change it up, get how it's done a bit.
I mean, it was basically Hardpoint for those who don't know how we played. It was
changing lights, the Hardpoint.
Yeah, we had 3 lights on 3 floors, and you had to go up to it and literally push the button to change it to your colour, and the winning team would be the one who got all 3 lights on their colour, basically, wasn't it?
We used to do that with the Scams game as well. We used to have top floor, bottom floor, your bases, like the red team, blue team, and then the middle floor, we had 2, like, we put them neutral, and they could change them. That was their spawn points. It's not a confusing thing, but we used to get people shooting them, people running off with them. So,
Yeah.
The colour, and that's your spawn.
That's a basic, like, not listening to the game plan to start with, though, isn't it? When you go into it, isn't it? Yeah, no worries with. So, yeah. That'd be a good question for anybody viewing. What games do you like to play? What games have you played that you think, your favourite games there? What games would you not like to see played? What games would you not like to see disappear? You know, everybody has a favourite. I mean, me personally, I like countries games. I do. I mean, that's a real good warm-up game, and Yeah, countries are pretty cool. It can go on for a little bit, or it can be a quick game. It depends how the game actually goes. But yeah, I also like Marco Polo, but that tends to be a bit later on in the night when we haven't got so many players left and we play Marco Polo. But yeah, what's your ideas? What's your favourite games? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see.
I have no pants on.
I've just said, let us know in the comments what's your favourite games and what games would you not like to see go and what games would you like to see go, sort of thing. And, what do you like playing? I was just saying, I like a countries game. I do, mate. I really do like a countries game. Now at the beginning, it's a really good game. Countries is, and then I always finish off with a bit of Marco Polo is cracking if a lot of players have dropped out. And if you only got 6 or 8 players, 10 players, yeah. I mean, playing Marco Polo the other week, and there must have been. I don't know how many it was. It must have been 10 players left, or 10 or so players left, and total middle floor was just full of players. So the first Marco and Polo was carnage. Do you get what I mean? Because there was that many players. I felt like we needed a bigger arena to play with the amount of players we got. But yeah, man, it just everybody laughed about it and had fun. And the last game we played, everybody said, "Oh, how enjoyable that night was," sort of thing. You get what I mean? So
yeah, that's when you walk off on a high.
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah. So what you're thinking, like me personally, I'm thinking, oh my God, there's too many players here. Really play Marco Polo in the short area, the small space. But go on, I'll play it, see how it goes. Everybody frigging loved it. Yeah. It was carnage. The first Marco and Polo was carnage. You get what I mean? Because there was about 3 or 4 or 5 people getting shot instantly, but it was just everybody was having a laugh and enjoying it. I don't know. It's just as a marshal watching it, you're thinking, fucking carnage. You get what I mean? But as a player, everybody was like, oh, they were shitting themselves, but on edge, and you know what I mean? And you know how Marco Polo runs.
Talk to somebody on the other side one day. They used to do something similar.
Mm.
And I'll be honest, I was actually sitting in the bog at Sierra 2 and I thought, quick game. And I went, oh, sound, yeah, let's make that work. And it worked.
Yeah.
First one I ever fucking pour into practice that worked just from the off.
What, Marco Polo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your brainchild of the toilet.
No, it's no wrong. It's one I come up with, but you go on the other side, they'll say, oh no, we've been playing that for years, but...
No, but I mean, you come up with it on the toilet for Sierra too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet, man. I probably have some of my best ideas on the toilet.
Oh, God, yeah.
I made that up. So, yeah, man. What are we going for now, bro? 2 hours and 42 minutes. Can you imagine when we get a shit sorted how good this is going to be?
What's that? I don't know. It's very random, but all over the place. But yeah, talking gameplays and stuff. It's going to be some subscribers as well, which is nice. So thank you for everybody that's actually chucked us a sub.
Yeah, definitely.
We will 100% chuck you a sub back.
Yeah.
This is the first night of doing this. Yeah, the structure we get as Sierra 2 is. But yeah, for every subscribe we get, we'll subscribe on back. So thank you very much. Thank you to Dave at DEFCON, who's always been a big supporter of ours of late.
Yeah, full respect to Dave, man. Proper nice bloke, Dave is.
We'll definitely be having a away day with you guys as soon as we're all allowed out the house. Which is, yeah.
Without a doubt, mate. Without a doubt.
That's all of them. Like I say, the guys from down Battlezone as well. A lot of respect for them guys as well. They offered us a lot of kit. Needed it.
Yeah, mate. They proper offered us some. Yeah.
At the time, that was my Corey. I thought, oh God.
Have you actually seen face to face Dave from DEFCON Airsoft since you were trying to lick beer mats?
No.
And I had to look after you, which I was looking after you anyway.
Yeah. The bitch on the pub said, you were sound to you, that Jaeger bomb said then just...
Mate, you had just come from a funeral, bro.
See, I was just sat there quietly all day. So as soon as you had that Jaeger on me, fucking on one. Says,
You sounded just like her, though.
fucking hell, Nick. We'll just get the fucking pub, will you? Sick of you, twat. She's barming, isn't she, for a bit?
Yeah, until she realised she was losing money.
Drank me pint left.
Yeah.
Fuck off then, get out. You don't fucking want to be here. Oh, fucking sick of you. Right, see you in a minute, you big bitch. Fuck off. Fucking cockney. Get out. Ugh.
Yeah, man. Steph did come up. Steph did come up with some crazy games, didn't he?
Steph was.
He was the man. Yeah. I miss Steph. Yeah. Last time I saw him, mate, was probably about, I don't know, third or fourth session into when the Kingdom fully opened.
Sorry, yeah, that's last
time,
actually. Yeah, it was.
Mate, to play with him on the Kingdom and that, like. Well, he was Marshall at the time, but yeah. Mate.
Right. He was on to other things, though, Steph. Like on a full team, off he went. Did his own thing, like a lot of people do. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong with Steph, like, Airsoft wasn't his entire game, was it? You should see some of the stuff Steph's done, mate. He's like fucking hanging off mountains and all sorts of shit. He was, wanted, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a bit of an adrenaline type, junkie type looking and acting kind of, yeah.
Come and go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of glad that a lot of them have gone not through bad reasons. You know, had a few of bad blood. Talk about that one. Fuck all do with me. But no, we had some good marshals, had some good people in the past. I'm glad we still see a lot of them. You know, so I had a long conversation with Dimples overnight. So Dreadnought now, but everyone's happy.
As long as he's happy, it's fine.
As long as he's happy.
Yeah.
Although I did take him out with what was his name? What was his name that fell and knocked himself out that day?
Knocked himself out.
Not on the. He wasn't on CIT, he was on the Kingdom. Rob Downwood. Idiot. He come down the bank looking like Bambi. You got a gun on one hand, the pyro and the other is walking like that, and he just went.
Fell over.
Oh yeah, smacked his face. I pissed myself, you know, being the first raider and all. Laughing at him, kicked him, and went, oh fuck, he's knocked out. Had to roll him over and was like, oh dear.
Oh right.
So anyway, story we're on the fob actually, in the fucking good old days.
Yeah.
And Dimples turned up with his minigun, and yeah, he was blasting fuck out of people, and people saying, "Oh, you know, they're running." So we, fucking minigun. Oh, fuck the minigun. So that's Rob Downwood. So he got his Glock, 2-tone fucking Glock at that. And there's Martian. That's fuck this. This is fucking run off, guys. Just shoot the bastard. So Dimples is coming through. There's a bit of a video of it, but you don't see the bit where I shoot him. So run through the fucking trees. Went, bang! Glock, one shot. And that was the end of the minigun. To be fair, actually, as Cole's on here, time went Anzio.
Yeah.
With Cole. Something's happened. That was it. They split us up. We all turned up to the team. Dimples turned up in the safety roof about 20 minutes into it. So the guy wasn't the best pleased. So he says, you can go on the other team. He says, oh no, I've come with this lot. And they've gone, oh, tough shit, you're going on that team now. So Carl and him ended up on the opposite team. And I think if you ask Carl said he got pissed off and just shot him in the back of the head. And he was on the same team. So, yeah, one shot or a pistol.
Just fucked him off and shot him in the head.
Yeah, he's on his own. He's on his team as well, which is great. Oh, fucking Dimples and his minigun. Some picture of that knocking around. Poor bastard.
What's the worst thing you get sick of telling people when you're marshal?
Fucking hell.
Go on. Go on. Let's get, seriously. Like, I mean, in the last few months, I've had to tell people, mate, just because your teammates shot you, don't mean you aren't dead, mate. Go and respawn. What's the most... You see, that happens a lot, just recently with me. Well, it's happened a couple of times. It's like, what's happening? Do you know what I mean? What are people not understanding? So what's the most irritating thing that does you when you're marshalling? What irritates you the most? Say again.
Try and make people come back to the regen properly.
Oh, so what irritates you the most is people who don't actually make it to the region. They sort of half get there and think that's good enough, and I'm fucking back in game.
Walking up as I get close to him, I'll go on, mate. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Don't take it back. That pisses me off.
Yeah.
My
does
favourite one, I must say, I reckon that probably winds everybody up. Is what we're doing. You listen to the brief. What?
It's like, Marshall, what are the rules? Marshall, where's respawn? Yeah, I get a lot of it.
What we're doing.
Yeah. What game we playing?
We have a break.
Mm.
And, give Harry's fucking give Harry that one. His new, what's his new saying? Mags before fags.
That's because he likes Sean.
Yeah, he went on site that day. Thank fuck. Yeah, Mags before fags. Guys go back in, they fuck around, and we say, right, guys, it'll be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever.
Yeah. You get a lot of that in the Spawn, you do, don't you? That's your side of it, isn't it, really?
Come on, guys. Come on, Tilly Peeps. Come on.
Yeah.
They walk in, they go, what are we doing?
Mm.
Well, you got like a warning
I'm
telling you.
You'll know for a fact the amount of times I say to you, how many more fucking people in that Spawn now, mate? How many more have you got pushed through? And you're like, I'm trying to push them through now, Nick. I'm trying to push it through. And that's one of my pet hates, when you've got like probably about 70% of the players already there waiting go in the area, ready for me to tell them what game we're playing. And we're waiting for like 2 or 3 people who are just like loading mags up and stuff. And you're like, feel like saying, well, tell them they missed that game, they're in the next one. Do you know what I mean? You feel like just saying, because like people have paid good money to come and play, haven't they? They haven't paid good money to come and stand around and wait for other people to come and. Do you know what I mean? That is, I'll be honest, that'll be my number one. We don't get a lot of it.
Players of the past, I won't mention names because they turned up, they paid the money, they played 2 games, and they just want a conversation.
Yeah, they just want to sit around chat. But I've got nothing against that, mate. If you want to do that, you paid your money. You.
Well, sure.
But just say you're not playing this. Yeah.
3 people drop out, and then.
Yeah, that's what does my head as well, mate. Yeah, if you've already balanced the team. Yeah.
Defending twice or attacking twice.
No, that does wind me up. Big time. But I think that's why, talking about the, like people once they come out of the arena, they take ages to get back in, don't they? I think that's why I tend to play as many games as I can before I have to let people out the arena to go and re-bomb up or whatever. Like, you get what I mean?
Working well, because most of them, like majority of the players now, they will stay in. A lot of them are knackered. They can't make the 9:30 bit, which that's fair enough. But
if you're knackered by then, they've had their fill though, haven't they? They're thinking, oh, I've had a right good night, and I'm not going to play the next game. I'm knackered. Do you know what I mean? But they're not thinking. Yeah. They're not thinking, oh, I can't be arsed play this next game. It's fucking shit. It's like more like, oh man, I'm worn out to shit. They've actually give it the bollocks, haven't they? Give it to them all, and that's when you know you've had a good game, when you're knackered, because you give it to them, haven't you? Is it here? Fresh one?
No promotions.
Going for a fresh one?
Oh, I'll find the other few.
Is that it? How many you had? Counting.
9.
No, is that it? I'm on my second can of Stella.
I'm on my second can of Stella.
No, I'm on my second can of Stella.
Kidding?
No, in this last 15 minutes.
Oh, fuck for that.
Probably on about 11, 12 now. I bought a crate earlier.
Trying to behave, but.
Don't forget, I mean, there's only 5 of them, but viewers have got to understand is, we've been doing this since about 1 o'clock today, haven't we? Try and get it going, and working away, trying to work it out and figuring out how it's set out and everything.
That's it. Don't know if my laptop will do. Probably won't. Well, try that program with you and have a nosy myself, but I don't. It's gonna have to come from your end, I think, because this thing is it's been thrown a few times.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that first lick up we had, where it went off, I mean, we sound, don't we? Oh, hang on, got a bit of corona coming up. I can sneeze. Oh, excuse me, people. Oh dear, that's me out the game, innit?
That was not funny. I don't know what goes on about that.
I had a couple of sneezes there, mate.
More snoozes.
Yeah. I don't know if I've got. I'm going to have to run my security. I might have viral infections and stuff.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, security's telling me now. I've just run security check and I've definitely got a virus.
Fucking mad to me. It's got my tablet going here, got my screen going here, and just like the fucking delays and differences. Like, wow. But I can't even see myself talk anymore, so which is great. Yeah.
See yourself or hear yourself?
No, I can't see myself or hear myself. I keep looking at me
That's
about
alright.
20 minutes ago.
It's working really well, and sneezing is not COVID.
That foot five sneezed on Lens, and he's not within 2
No, you're fine. You're fine if you sneeze. Oh, I'm fine if I sneeze. Oh, man.
What happens if you shit blood?
Oh, that's something different, that is.
That's not corona.
No, that's probably like piles or something like that, isn't it?
What happens if you piss blood?
Oh, that's different. That means you've been eating too much beetroot.
I don't eat beetroot.
You don't look like you eat much vegetables at all, bro.
The word salad dodger in me. This is why me and Speed stuff will never work. Big target.
Don't you like, mate, I don't know, I'm thinking of getting into speed stuff because I like shooting people with like disabilities, and they're like, most of them look like they're twitching all over the place, don't they?
So yeah, quite a few of them.
They do like, yeah. It's almost like Tourette's without the swearing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But the thing is, they train for that, which is mad.
I mean, that's crazy, that is. How would you train for that? I mean, what would you do for training for that? Would you like not dare go around the corner every time you go around the corner? So you're like in and out. See, all right? Dare. Shall I go around the corner? Shall I go? Go on, I'll go around the corner.
There's definitely a bit of a market for it. There is.
There's a market for it, yeah. I've been down the market.
Ain't morely for me.
Mate, I've been down the market and seen the guns they sell.
I've heard they're selling paintball kits these days.
Mate, it's fucking two-tone all day.
But no, it's not for me. I will say that. Can't criticise everybody. I don't mind them Milsim as long as I'm in charge.
I don't mind as long as my commander isn't wearing a headband too tight.
That was bad, that was.
Oh my god, sorry about that. Yes. We'll move on.
I digress.
Yes.
That was
more like dilate.
Yeah. I've done a NATO Milsim. I don't think I'll do any more.
No.
I got captured and all sorts. It was terrible.
Did you get tortured?
No.
Or was the whole process a torture? Don't forget, you're part of the specialty.
Remember that? We were the specialty.
Well, we're all special in some way or other, isn't it?
That's the stories I like. These are like the GZ.
I remember saying that. I remember saying that. I got told that, right? I got told that. Listen, you lot, the special squad. Tell everybody you're the special squad. You need to go do this. And I'm like, boys, we're the special squad. You're like, we're not a fucking special squad. And then you look what the normal squad was doing. You're like, yeah, we're special squad. Let's go.
I think if you say the word special, put the fuck off.
Yeah. We're the not going to listen to what you say, so we better just disappear now, squad.
You walked off like fucking special squads. You taking the piss?
And then we realised, yeah, he did us a favour that day, didn't
I think he did himself a favour, yeah.
he? So you made it easier.
Oh, fuck off! I don't think that. Piss off.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I have nothing against the guy, like, you know what I mean? Sound like, but if we'd have been standing there that day, I think that'd have been the day he'd have fucking walked off.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah.
If we'd have been in that, not in the special squad, but in the lineup, we would have fucking stood there and done that, wouldn't we? We'd have fucking, oh mate, he'd have fucked off before that. Even though I say this now, I have nothing against the guy.
No, same.
He's a
Same.
fucking asshole, isn't he? He was alright.
It's
Yeah, well, fucking nothing against the guy.
no, mate, not at all. He got his own, way things.
Yeah. It just wasn't fitting for the kingdom, was it?
Wonderful us.
But I enjoyed his drills and skills nights.
Yeah, but to be fair, like I say, in the old days, you sitting with Tom, and I never really got a chance
Oh,
to
yeah.
see anyways.
No.
And he's going to come from a different sort of background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
A lot of people did enjoy
I'll
it.
be honest, I'd be lying if I said I'd seen any of his as well, but I never did any of it. But Tom's days, man, of drills and skills, they were the bomb, they were alright. They got me into airsoft, and his drills and skills still literally I stand in good stead when I'm entering places, like if I'm entering a room or something. You get what I mean? You still back in my mind what I need to do to do it. Do you get what I mean? So I'll never not the drills and skills that I did to start with. Honestly, I'm glad I did it. I'm so glad I did that. Made me a better airsoft player, mate, especially for indoors. 100%.
In them days, used to recommend that kind of stuff for anyone that's just going to airsoft.
Yeah. Shows you how clear rooms, how go into outer empty, how the quickest way, yeah, because the corners are the ones you're going to get blasted on the most, aren't they? But yeah, man, them days were the ones, mate. Yeah, I still hold them with fond memories.
Don't you? You won't see because I'll be honest with you, at times Tom was very unreliable. Which
yeah, Tom was just an absolute fuck up there, wasn't he?
He'd turn up 6:30. I'd be
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, where is he?
Active drills and skills, which were just a pisser. I mean,
yeah, you did your yeah.
I think I did one day of drills and skills.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It was just. Let's say this is drills from an airsoft point of view. And let me talk about yours. I get someone run through a door to say, "Well, once he gets hit, you follow him. Then you."
Yeah. Don't forget these people who've come. And Tom's not turning up. They've been training with Tom for the last god knows how many weeks. And then, right, Tom not turning up, so you got to do it. And you were like, right, we're just going to go in this room.
Basically,
you're not bursting in like Tom does, are you? You know what I mean?
To be fair, they really enjoyed him. I had one.
Yeah, because he was different.
I enjoyed that more than Tom. It's more realistic because you know what you're doing. I'm like, fucking.
I'm I'm making the shit up.
Well, last time I run into a room at Anzi, I broke my leg.
Yeah. Yeah. But we all get, I mean, that Monday night sort of socially type, come up, shoot in the arena if you want to for fucking target practice or whatever.
He was good.
Yeah.
His drills were good.
Yeah, he was alright, man. I enjoyed the atmosphere of it as well. Like, the atmosphere of it was great. He taught you what you needed to do for getting in rooms, and I think, Yeah, man, I don't miss. I do. I miss Tom. I was going to say I don't miss Tom. I do. I miss Tom. He was all right. He was a bit of a knob,
Yeah, it could be a pain in the arse.
but he was all right. It was a good night when I came up there on a Monday night and Tom was on. Because even when I stopped doing drills and skills and started doing, obviously, because that was the first few things, why don't you do drills and skills, don't you, if you get into it? Like, I haven't got a clue, never shot anybody in my life, airsoft-wise. And, but yeah, man, I used to enjoy it. And even after I got me a car and I was actually still, I started playing, like, proper force-on-force, I still went to drills and skills nights.
Yeah, because you still learn.
I still turned up, mate, because, yeah. It was banging, mate. It was all right. It was a good night. And you learned some fucking good stuff. I think we all get something like that going again, mate.
Yeah.
But especially with perhaps one floor's doing targets, one floor's doing a bit of a, drills and skillsy type room entry, room clearance type thing. And, then you've also got like the social side of it. People who just want to turn up and hang around the safe zone, chat, and pardon me.
Make a Monday of that something.
Yeah.
On Mondays anyway,
Yeah.
doing maintenance. And then we can always do, like, say, get the range going, a little bit of drills.
Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Still a bit of kits, come up
Yeah.
on the nose, just a bit of a social side.
Like you said earlier, I think you said it gives people who don't know the site an opportunity to come up and have a look before they actually play and stuff, don't it? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because I know one thing I started doing, like when I was marshalling, like predominantly marshalling, if somebody was new and they hadn't played site before, I'd show them round, give them a little quick tour of site. Yeah. And it they like that. It gives them a bit of an heads up to what, it's rather than just, right, you ready? Let's go in the arena. And they've never seen the place before in their life. They haven't got a clue what they're doing, where they're going, what they're expecting. Yeah. Probably sitting there like horses going in it, thinking, oh my God. Just eases them in, doesn't it?
Oh God, yeah.
For the pain. Eases them into the pain. Yeah, let's get the pain. Eases them. Doesn't it? Eases them into the pain. But yeah, man. Other than that,
very dynamic sort of work at the moment. Well, we'll never be perfect, but fucking we're our own best critics. That's the best thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing, mate. And like, the more we run these as well, the more people will say, "Oh, I didn't like such and such thing," or "I didn't like whatever," and that's where we can start making the changes and things happen. Then, don't they? Do you know what I mean? You can't keep everybody happy all the time, can you? But like, you know what I mean? But
it's the one thing I did try to explain to Harry, in all honesty, about the certain person. We can't just please that one person.
Yeah.
To suit everybody. We've got something that works.
Yeah.
If we change it to suit one, we're going to fuck up how many others.
Yeah. I don't think Harry's on now either, is he, listening to us? Because if he was, I'd probably ask him what happened with that Monday night game that we missed.
Conversation on Call of Duty.
Yeah, that one, yeah. Have we missed out on a little bit of a quiet Monday night game? Yeah. He's definitely not on now if he was before.
No, he did say nice. I think it's when we called the game online, he's gone for a cuddle, I think.
Has he? With himself?
Well, he lives with family, doesn't he? So he's probably been nursed.
It's mum and dad, isn't it?
How old is he? 21?
I don't know. Yeah, 21.
Well, I don't know. So when I was 21.
I lost him at 17, I did, bro.
About the same, mate.
Yeah.
Were we Tesco's shopping trolley?
Mate, I think I was in like my third different house by the time I was like 20.
Oh, God, God.
I met my lady, I was easily in the third different house.
Well, I was living with my brother when I was about 15.
Yeah.
14, 15 house and across the road.
Yeah.
Fucking house. Fucking motorbikes in the front rooms. Oh, it's horrible.
You can't beat the smell of... Mate, you can't beat the smell of two-stroke in the morning.
You don't fucking live till you woke up to a petrol headache.
Petrol headache? Sounds like GC and you and John's car.
What about that? So what's that?
Carbon monoxide. Back in the womb.
remember this. Oh, I feel so comfortable. Top of a fucking RM250.
Never right. Never right. I need to get the loo, mate. Just 2 seconds.
Right. Let's go for it. The best was Margaret Acol, bottom of the stairs, middle floor, neck even with you telling them to move because they. I do remember that, buddy. I think I was saying, guys, if you all stand together, when someone drops a grenade, you're all gonna fucking die. And what did you do? You dropped a grenade and killed them all. See, that comes from very experience. When they all bunch up together, you're gonna all die together. And what did you do? 5 or 6, maybe more. That was quite fun. Ooh. So it says there's 7 people here, so 7 people must have a question for me. I can't keep doing daft impressions or telling stories about airsoft fucking things that happened to me.
Right, so while I'm away for 2 seconds, dude, what's the favourite bit of airsoft kit that you own or wish you owned?
It definitely sounds. I've always loved my pistols.
Right, you tell the crowd, not me.
I'll tell the crowd. Well, I'm a big Glock fan. I've got my Gate 18, which, let's be fair, I think that's failing me miserable at the moment. So last 2 times I've just jumped. Was that time on the Kingdom when it broke and I racked it and it shot Woody and took him out, which was great. Wasn't even looking for him. But no, I think I think Pred's probably my favourite, just because why it is. It was something I wanted. Before 1.6, because that's my main little bit of kit. But yeah, that's it sounds. My old little trusty Glock. Why not? So I've got to replace that. So it's got to be replaced with a TM Glock. So love the eye capper. Yeah, people have got a big thing for the eye cappers. I know guys love nothing more than 1911. Big stupid things. Oh, God. Called the Dragon. No. I'm not really the one with the take the match on them. That'll come to a minute.
Go on, mate, where were you?
I try and remember the name of that gun. Let's see. Favourite gun because I always wanted it that much was me Pred, the grey Pred I've got. It's one thing I'll just probably have for days.
I'll say to you now, out of all the weapons that I've seen you, right, the riffs that I've seen you own, I would say that your Pred is the number one for me. I mean, I do like your bolts and that. It's just that I know for a fact that Pred. And I mean, I've done a lot with G&Gs, mate, but I knew that Pred would be something that it'd do me forever. That would. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've got weapons that are pretty much as good as your Pred. You know what I'm saying? But as a baseline, that Pred, that full metal Pred that you've got in grey, mate, the upgrades that you can do in that, you can make it fire as good as anything on the market.
Yeah.
Anything. I really do like that Pred. The series you work on as well, like G&Gs, it's paid a lot, mate.
I've got a thing for G&Gs. They are they're great, a bit of kit.
Yeah.
They are just good.
Money's worth, aren't they, all round? You buy one.
Stuff for,
yeah.
Like a bit more serious stuff like that. Preds, the Pred I've got, the grey one. At the time, like they were limited edition Preds.
Yeah.
They only did so many, so something I really wanted. So I got my hands on, I was like, fucking mint great. Now they do like a million grey ones that piss me off.
Yeah.
Not mine, which is ace.
Yeah, but it's still money. Still got Series 1 on it, isn't it? It's still a Pred, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's still like...
It's been my primary, then you got put down to my spare. But every time I've had any issue, that's come out and it's sorted the fucking problem out. It's been GZ with me every time I've been. The Bolt 416. Well, I think I'm probably the only person who's had a problem with every single Bolt he's ever bought.
I think
now my main.
I think the difference between me and you is I mean, you do like your recoil guns, don't you? You like the feel of the recoil and that, don't you?
I think I got spoiled by that because don't get me wrong, that recoil is nice. It's a nice little feel that gives it a little bit of, you know, if you sort of had that kind of experience.
Yeah.
You're never going to really get a recoil to do what sort of a G&G could do, like fire rate wise.
I don't know. I suppose you could, but I mean, you're never going to get the realism from it, are you? Sort of thing.
But bear in mind, you got to push that fucking bolt back. Can you get that to do?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's just on a spring system. No, it's just but at the end of the day, it's just a spring system in your buffer tube.
Yeah.
That throws the weight back. I mean, it's not major. It's pulling the piston back and throwing that spring back just to save. It's not really. Not using a lot more than it would do generally. I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I don't think you're ever going to get sort of recoil to do what.
I think with me is the reason why I'm not into like getting guns that are recoil and all this is because once I'm in the zone, what I call the zone, like, you know, I've got a couple of people in my targets, I'm ready to shoot them and that, like, just me shooting them, I could be shooting them with a fucking branch. I wouldn't give a fuck as long as the BB's hitting them and I feel like, oh wow, I've hit them like ready to. The buzz is coming from it rather than me actually feeling the to-do. I'm just like, and they're dead, like, wow. I mean, if the gun just went, I won't be bothered as long as they still were dead and they like hit, and I'm like, yes, move on to the next one. Get what I mean? I get my buzz from the hits rather than the realism of it. Do you get what I mean? If I can make an airsoft gun out of just some sort of a branch that I've manipulated and I've put something in it and it looks a bag of shit, I ain't bothered. Honestly, I'd run the biggest bag of shit looking on the field as long as it was reaching further out. Do you get what I mean? I'm more internal.
It doesn't matter about bolts or
UGs. For me, it's more when I'm on the field, it's like, I don't know, making the hits and getting the hits rather than the realism of the feel of the gun actually jolting back while I shoot it. I mean, I just pull the gun back while I shoot it if I want. Pow, pow, pow. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I get more of a buzz from just the actual BB hitting somebody rather than, you know, buzzing because I've got a gun that feels like it's a real gun or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. Plus, you've got your issues of, you've got all that shit in your buffer tube, and that's where I want my battery. I don't want, like, my battery front wired. I don't want to have to have a pet box on the top or whatever. I don't know, it's just me personally. I'm into the realism look of it and that, like, fair play, but yeah. Not bothered about the gun jumping back everywhere when I shoot it. Like I say, Nick, I mean, if I was that bothered about, like, realism and that, when I shot my gun, I'd be like, wah, 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 wah. You know what I mean? I'd just pull it back myself. I'm just interested in, like, the BB. The flight of the BB and it hitting that person is my...
I'll tell you this.
That's my buzz.
You were there.
Go on. I was there, go on.
We were on there. I'm not going to mention names, sites, or anything. There was me and you were laid up on a bit of a...
We were on a fucking hill at the fucking... Yeah, go on anyway. We were on a ridge. We were on a ridge line.
You cut my corner, you were...
Yeah, we were on a ridge line, weren't we?
That's basically,
I was watching one way and you watching the other way, weren't we? And a certain person I fucking laid into and they weren't taking the hits, really. Yeah. I said, I can't believe he's just not fucking took them. I just swear to God, I've just fucking hit it.
I can't believe he's just not taken that.
And you saw it, you looked up and had a look.
Fucking take this. Slight volley, was it not? And he shouted, I'm fucking hit. No, I don't care if we had a fucking TM, a fucking Norwich rifle, or a fucking pea shooter. The pleasure that one took when he took it was
was it fucking amazing, mate? It was amazing. Honestly, it was beautiful. So I am bothered if you just shot him there with a fully upgraded fucking Tokyo Marui blue back fucking field of fucking recoil anything, mate. You could have shot him with a fucking pea shooter that you blew out your mouth, mate. I am bothered. It was, that's the thing. I like to see the trajectory of the BB flying out and then dropping onto my target and hitting. I mean, that's my buzz of it. That is my buzz of it. Rather than when I shoot, it feels like I'm shooting a real gun. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just more. It's not more for go wrong. It's just more that's. I don't know. I like them. I ain't got nothing against them. It's not like I dislike them, but. Right, like the good example. Right, the perfect example. The perfect example is me and my lad, right? My lad, he wants everything to be right. He's always kit's got to be fucking matching right for everything. Do you know what I mean? Whereas me, I ain't fucking bothered as long as I can go out and make fucking more kills than anybody else. That's me. I'm up for the kills rather than the realism side of it. I just want fucking go out and dominate the fucking field, even if I'm using a fucking pea shooter. I am bothered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Sorry.
And?
Yeah, it's right though. Like, say, it doesn't matter what you've got. I'd say what the biggest. So you on about this earlier about that complaints. I won't say so much on South and Sierra too. Other sites I've been to and worked at. The elitist motherfuckers. Yeah,
mate. Yeah. That's why I'd probably, if I went somewhere aside and they were just all elitist like that, mate. I'd take pride in going with the cheapest, nastiest Springer I could fucking find and dominating them all with it. That is where I'd get my enjoyment from. Not that I'd go in and dominate everybody. I'm not saying that. But if I can go in with something that's poxy compared to their spent thousands on all the gear and that, like, I mean...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's a team back in the old days, they used to piss me off. They were dead elitist. Again, won't say names, sites, places like that.
Mm-hmm.
It used to really used to piss me off because to be on that team, you have to have it was a TM416 minimum. You had to have, you all had to have the same this, the same that, and it used to fucking wind me up because like you speak to them like say when I first got into airsoft, kind of a lot of the attitude I got into. Don't remember, there's a lot of guys as well, which I don't going to speak badly of it. They would sit there and they'd take a bit of time with you, but like the majority of them were these kind of people. So on this site, and it really wound me up. And playing this game, and I was marching. I said, you know what? Fuck, I ain't marching this one. So what do you mean? Fuck that, no. And I can't remember what gun I got. I think he even borrowed it off one of the players. And it wasn't nothing special. And we kicked these guys up and down the fucking side. Yeah, they had to do something, they couldn't do it. Batter them. And one of the excuses when it comes to an end, like, well, I'm not fucking taking that. I was, well, what's up? Have you seen this, kid? Look at it, I've got a ton of fucking mirror.
Yeah. I know where you're at, mate, with that.
Yeah.
It's like not taking your hits off some fucker who's renting.
Yeah.
Or normally it's the rental boys who are not taking the hits.
Yeah, don't
do you know what I mean?
A big thing with a lot of the rental lads, obviously not to speak, a lot of when they first start, they'll play really fair or they won't. The guys that play really fair will have a time where they won't play too fair. The guys who don't play too fair, it's a bit of a mixture, isn't it? It's mad.
It is a mixture, mate. But I think that's just the way frigging human race is, isn't it? You're either one person or you're the other, aren't you? You know what I mean? I know me personally, I have two kids that have probably been ricochets. You have yourself, haven't you? It's like, was I a ricochet or not? I don't know. I'll take it anyway. And it's good sportsmanship, isn't it? And that is one thing I will say about the last God knows how many games you played at Sierra too, mate. Marshalling wise, people are like, I'm not sure if that's hit me or not off a ricochet. I'll take it anyway, and they go and take their hit. Do you know what I mean? And then they go and respawn. It's like, least you're listening to us, man, because that's the one thing we always say. If you're unsure, man, the respawn's only down there. It's not like you get hit and you're out the game, is it? Do you know what I mean? All you gotta do is just walk a bit fucking further down there, get respawn back in, you're back in. It's not like, oh, I'll mate and that's it, it's my night over.
I think Cole might be out there the day I'm on about, so I think Cole might have been there. They were bitching because what he got that day and stuff like that. They weren't taking hits because some of the kits our team had got because they decided they were their own team. Oh, well, I can't, like I say, won't mention things or anything. It was basically, just say the day was 50 people.
Yeah.
These guys were about 15 as a team.
Right.
They'll take on the team. They'll take on the rest of us.
Yeah.
Now we get the shit out of them. I was shouting like on the radio. They've still got my comms on because I was a marshal, took my kit off. So fuck it, I'm playing this. There's comms in saying, guys, they're talking. Dead players don't talk. And then they're walking off. He's over there. And they were just it's that elitist bullshit I hate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they aren't all just millstones. They are sometimes team players, but it's a bit shit.
Yeah.
We're all the same. Don't matter. It's great to own nice kits, great to own expensive kits if you can afford it. But fucking pack of BBs costs you a tenner. One of them fucking BBs comes out with a gun that costs you 600 quid or 60 quid.
Don't make a difference, does it? Still one's on the target, mate. It's there, isn't it?
Yeah, take it, innit?
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember we're all guilty for
I took a minigun out. I took Simon out, and Simon's a friend.
Yeah.
With a fucking 2-tone gun I borrowed off some guy.
And
that minigun owes him about $5,000. And that 2-tone gun he got was about 80 quid at the time. So doesn't matter.
No, doesn't matter, does it, mate? It doesn't matter.
I will add the other part of that story that a bit later on that Simon did shoot the fuck out with him and the gun it really hurt. I took them and all.
Yeah. It's the thing they make you see it, don't you? Like, I mean, I don't know. Everybody seems to want to think like, you're playing and like, I don't know. The people who don't take the hits and that, I can't understand it. Me personally, because why would you not do it? I mean, like, it's like, okay, if you got hundreds of miles to walk for a respawn, fair play, but you respawn, you're back in again, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
I don't see the point for stop, but if you're taking out a game for like 30, 40 minutes or that's it for the day, you can understand a bit of cheating. But when you're out for like, a few seconds, a few minutes max, is it worth it?
No. Don't know if it's... Mate, even when you get shot and you're out for like 30 minutes or so, I mean, a lot of my best airsoft like enjoyment times have been like walking back to spawn, chatting to somebody and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, dead right, mate. Some of the best times I've ever had, and best friends I've ever made have probably been walking back to spawn, chatting to somebody, and it's like, they become a really good like friend, gamer type friend of yours, don't they? Then, like, you know what I mean? Come on, yeah.
Fob in the old days, you walk you back to spawn with somebody, you don't really know them, you make a bit of friends and have a chat, and it's nice.
I mean, I played a site probably, before Christmas, last year, you know what I mean, when the weather was turning like Christmassy time just before, and I was one of the first people get like shot out, like I said, that I was like, that's it, I was out the game, like, you know what I mean, used my last rule over, it was the end. And I ended up walking back spawn with like the owner of like the site, like, one of the runners of the site. And mate, it put me in such good stead just chatting to him as I was walking back, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, get the right.
And if I hadn't called that particular, you know what I mean, if I had said, I'm not calling it, blah, blah, I mean, I'd never had that conversation with the guy. I'd never been where I was, like, you know what I mean, chatting to like the owner and that and stuff like that. And I can't, just, if you're not taking your hits, you're only cheating yourself, aren't you, really? You're cheating yourself. I can't understand it, mate, it really is. You are cheating yourself.
Of course you are, yeah. Cheat yourself, you cheat the game, you're just cheating so much just by not...
Yeah. Especially if it's just like, especially people who like who turn up, or like perhaps they turn up with themselves, or they turn up on their own, or they turn up with like one other person. Yeah. And then they're not calling it. You think, well, why? You're not exactly going to be able to brag to your mates, I didn't fucking get it all day today or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's only one of you there, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Against like probably 50 other people who were saying, well, fucking prick, don't take his hips. Do you know what I mean? You're not bigging yourself up anyway, no? You just make yourself look like a fucking cock, sort of thing. So, but I mean, I do feel like a lot of players.
Read that one there. That's the story I was on about earlier.
Yeah, but I do feel like a lot of players don't even feel the hits because the adrenaline is just absolutely buzzing at the time.
Sorry, dude, you've gone.
No, I'm just reading this shit. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. You just fucking. The way I see it is, you're cheating yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm there for when I play. I'm there for myself. I am really. I want to. Do you know what I mean? I want to test myself, see how many like kills I can get before I get killed or whatever. It's just like just like a computer game, isn't it? Really.
Of course it is.
And you don't want to be like. As soon as you don't call your hits, you might as well not be making it. You know what I mean? As soon as you don't call them, you might as well not be making them. As far as I'm concerned.
Definitely.
It's not. Don't know. You might as well get into something like fucking. You might as well get into golf, but instead of hitting the ball into the hole, you might as well have a remote control car that just drops the ball on the hole.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. For me, it's not just about the kills; it's about avoiding being killed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if I'm killed, I'm killed. It's the way it is, isn't it? But a lot of people don't see like that. Just, you don't know what's going through their heads, do you, when they do?
No,
You just don't know.
Let's say that Cardboard Warriors, they called themselves, self-caused as much trouble in the end for Jamie and Angia.
Mm.
Well, that day you shot the dimples in the back of the head with a minigun, and he's on your team.
I bet he was happy about that, wasn't he? Was he happy about that? Was he, Dimples?
Dimples, no. He kept going, I swear my team keeps shooting in the back of the head. I was like, yeah, I think they are, mate.
Mate, that's nearly as fun as you shooting fucking a certain marshal in the back of the fucking head every 2 seconds.
Sure, I even laugh about that myself sometimes.
Mate.
I don't even do the voice still now. Like,
Don't do the voice, don't do any of it. If we want to laugh about something, mate, laugh about the time we fucking turned up at that site, right? And I'm like, I've fired.
Anyway, sorry, mate, go on.
I was going to say, if I was going to tell a story about anything that was funny as frig about me and you played, it's like
it was that day where fucking I forgot about that. That was Ian Brunswick was there.
Go on.
Yeah, because we all got split off. The Cardboard Warriors were there and all that fucking cock and shooting fucking dimples in the back of the head. And we got stuck in this fucking building. It was me, Ian Brunswick, his son, Joe, bloody Fazzy's mate. He was carrying all this. It was fucking mad. And I was saying to Ian, well, we'll let this fucking building down the road, actually. Took a few people out to try and come at us. Standing by the window. Can you hear someone?
Yeah.
Saying to Ian, can you hear something I can? You sure? I swear to God, the blowers. And they got me little fucking my little bolt when it was actually running. It was fucking running mint that day. Fucking different so long ago. So fucking, I've looked out the window, I've seen about 4 or 5 people, blowers. And we're on the 2nd floor. Blowers making a plan to storm the building. So I thought, ha! Leaned out the window, started.
You told me shooting them out the window.
So I'm fucking shooting them, fucking laughing my bollocks off. They're screaming, running off, going, I'm going, Jeff, please don't move. Laughing. But I'm going like that. They're tipping out the window. It was actually Ian grabbed the back of my jacket and pulled me back in.
Because you nearly fell out.
Again. So, yeah. Good day. Don't think I should be let out anymore. That was we all got killed. I went to fucking regen. Forgot all about them. We started a new game. They were still in the same place.
You're joking?
Yeah.
Should have left them there, like.
Well, it wasn't my fault, but yeah.
Right. 2 seconds, and I will tell you the funniest thing that's ever happened to me in airsoft. Okay?
Because of that minigun, so someone had to take it out. We all that minigun that day. It's all. I will take the marshal.
Right.
Minigun. Why? It's my mate. I won't shoot him. I can't. Sorry. I'll give you a fiver. Tell me where the minigun is. Right. Fucking funny. And Cole's taking his own fucking team out. Good day that was, mate. When everything kicks back in, lockdown's done, we'll have another fucking Anzio day, definitely.
Definitely, mate. I haven't been Anzio yet, so you can take me, can't you?
Mate, we'll go Anzio.
Yeah, mate, I haven't played Anzio, but I need to before you fucking go shit up. Could go tits up with them, can't you?
Lads will all have a day down there.
Keep hearing it so you can go tits up, or you keep hearing it, don't you, mate? Doesn't, but one day it will go tits up there, and I'll be gutted I have not played Anzio, do you know what I mean? Funniest thing that's ever happened to me while I've been playing airsoft. Not the funniest thing that's ever, but the funniest moment, or one-off, has got to be the time, mate. It involves you, so you'll be like, yeah, I know this. Okay. I shot a few rounds out of my gun. Yeah? I was like, I need to adjust me up here a little bit. I'm like, man, I'm not firing right. So I started adjusting me up. Yeah. My mate here who's next to me, Nick, he fires a shot and thinks, I need to adjust my up as well, yeah? Makes about 3 changes to his dial on his up, fires a random shot into a bush. I know you, some guy go, it's... You're like, that's it, mate, my up must be set. I'll do it. No way. He just fired one random shot off just to see how it was doing. He shot somebody in a bush. No, he did.
That was fucking funny, that was.
Hit. I'm like, I was standing next to you, mate. I'm sitting next to you while we're doing this. I even remember thinking at the time, fucking twat.
I remember you saying it as well, that fucking, I'm fine, Margot. This is fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Just me up, oh shit, yeah, just me up, yeah. So you're fucking. So fucking lying down next to you. Bang! Hit. Oh, fucking.
That must be right.
I couldn't just. Was he looking down the barrel?
No.
Bang.
Just looking where the BB flew, didn't we? Into a bush and bang at somebody. It's like, that'll do. That'll do.
That was that day that sniper shot me in the bollocks as well. Once it was about 2 meters away.
Yeah, mate.
Bastard. Yeah, everyone on the corner. Bang. Oh, fucking shit. Hit the fucking floor. Shall we do a ceasefire? I know it's fucking ceasefire. Fucking hell, Christ, what no? Yeah, that was, oh, God. That was a funny fucking day, that was.
Are we going to get demonetized if I fucking smoke this fag on fucking stream? Oh, fucking boys smoking a fag on stream. But yeah, man, that has got to be one of the funny. Other than like when you were fucking slipping over in the mud and everything. Mate, it was me, John, Stu, and you weren't near us. And like, I don't know where you gone. You must have died in that go for respawn or something happened. But I'm down on a fucking hill and they're above me, and I went, boys, where's Nick? And they went, I don't know why. I said, I found a right big patch of mud here that he could fall into. Honestly, they were fucking wetting themselves. Started wetting themselves. And that's the only funny thing. The look on their faces when, like, there was 2 of them, right? And they were like, they were up against about 5 people, like, in the bushes up against them, like, probably about, 20 to 34 yards away from them. And they're having this massive gunfight with them, and they fight. And I'd obviously respawned, so I've come round the back of everybody. And I've just took all these 5 guys out. I literally took 5 guys out. And then I'm walking back up to where they were, and I'm like, hey, lads, it's me, it's okay. And they're going, Jackie, get down, there's loads of them over there. I'm like, no, I've took them all out, it's okay. I'm like, 2 minutes ago, they were getting shot from the exact point where I'm going, hi guys, I've took them all out, it's okay. They wouldn't dare come out the fucking bush. They were still sitting in the bush. Like, Decker, no, there's loads. I'm like, no, I've just shot fucking 5 guys, mate. We must have made. And then they made.
They shot at us. We did the Matrix.
Yeah. Oh, mate, yeah. Dude. That was just before I got called the bear, that was.
There's no way they've missed. Mate, we were doing fucking breakdancing.
Yeah, that's right, mate. I made shots coming in, so I've started going, and I'm missing the shots like that. You were right behind me, and you were thinking, I better do the same. And you were getting like, and the shots are missing you. It's like, fucking no.
Yeah, they weren't happy people that day.
They were watching them shots. And I bet you they were all thinking, oh my God, we're fucked.
They were coming out as like a slow motion. Like, I could see that. I'm going to go this way, that way.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was just like them coming in slow motion, mate. Yeah.
I couldn't good enough to shoot back, but yeah, I could dodge the fuck out of them.
And then we crept up on that guy through the swamp, and I got called the bear because of making so much noise. Yet the guy who was shooting at them didn't even know I was next to him, and I shot him. I'd made all my way up to him after. The bear. Mate. Scream dream, right? The bear.
I remember that. That was fucking.
If I hadn't got some sort of name, I'd have gone with that day. I'd have been like, yeah, they've named me. That's what I'll take. But, you know what I mean? The bear.
Just dozy twat, I get.
They just, yeah, dozy twat.
Was it not last Milson before? Fucking hell, I fell over 11 times. The last time I fell over, I nearly knocked myself out. My fucking mess smacked me in the nose. I was lying on the floor saying, it's not fucking funny, I can't get up.
Right.
I thought you'd do. I'm not walking through that puddle. Walked up this bank up, bang, smacked it. The floor's like that. Just lay there. Not one of them helped me. They all laughed. Bastards.
Right.
That was the day that Ian become the whippet.
Is that what you call him now? The whippet.
Fucking is. He used to be nuts, but now he's the whippet. He got nuts. Oh god, he knows a lot about history and stuff that he does. So yeah, that was Anzio as well. Fucking bad day that was. Myself, I turned up slight. I'll call it an hangover.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, mate. I'm listening to you. I'm reading comments. Go on.
So I'm in this room with Ian. It was me, Ian. There was Joe as well. Faz mate Joe. And I'm standing there, I'm like, fucking God, I don't want to be here. I feel terrible, but I promised them I'll come.
Yeah.
So I get shot in my leg. I'm like, how the fuck have I just been shot in my leg? Well, there's no fucking way. I'm on the second floor here. Looks around and Joe looks at me and goes, sorry. Fucking cheers, Joe. I'm not fucking taking that one, by the way. So that's fucking we're battling this out, and that actually gets down to we're the last few people. So we're fighting for the window, fighting through down the corridor. Ian's on the corridor, if I'm on off the fucking windows, knows how. It gets down to basically there's whoever's on site and me and Ian. Even Joe got shot. I've been shot now. I'm just gonna leave and go regen. Well, and Joe sound. So off Joe pops. So I'm standing there, yeah, just fucking killing. Let's go like, boom, boom, blah, blah.
You're a bit thumper, yeah.
Please don't throw any decks. Please don't make any bangs. Please don't fart.
Yeah.
So fucking Ian's on prone position. He's like out down the corridor and he's firing and fucking fighting. And we just hears, you two in that room. Do you want to call it or not? Me being me, I says, fuck off. Fucking go for it, dickhead. Ian shouts, nuts. That's what the fuck.
Yeah, you told me about this. Yeah, go and tell the people.
Out of fucking nowhere, this tremor comes flying over Ian's head. Look who's prone. I mean, just hitting. Flying over, it hits the floor. So
didn't go off.
It's not gone off. It's a fucking delay. So I'm doing this in the corner like a big girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, foot up and everything.
Yeah.
The guy runs in, shoots Ian, which is probably Ian probably shot him, to be fair. One of them
Yeah.
disputed things.
Yeah.
Runs in and shoots him in the back. He's like, fucking hell, dude. Looks at me and goes, fucking hell, dude, what the fuck are you doing in the corner? And that's how that story come there. He got the name nuts and he got attacked by him. So all he said was, all he got was me in the corner, my hands behind me, and my leg up, just screaming, oh God, it's going to go bang.
But apparently, nuts is something you shout for fucking something, isn't it, or something?
It's some army term.
Yeah.
Nuts. Ian the probably tell the story behind
Yeah. I'll get him on the next one, mate.
Definitely tell the story. He tells it better than probably I do. All he got was me hiding in the corner, my hands behind me and screaming like a little girl.
But it never went off, did it?
No, I thought, when it hit the floor, because my head wasn't quite with it, I thought, well, that's a tremor. No, it's not, it's a delay. So I'm doing that in the corner, like ready for it to go bang.
And never did. It never went bang, though.
No. It went banging me back, but that was someone shooting me. But what's this one? That day at the farm, they forgot to say we couldn't. The helicopter and island.
Yeah, I've read that one, mate.
Yeah. He's had some good days up there. I do miss that place.
Yeah.
Different time. Learned a lot from that place as well. And the people there, I do miss the people.
Mm.
And still speak to Simon. Bob, if I do get a chance. Yeah. Great. Good times.
Are we going to start wrapping this?
Yeah,
wrapping this up, dude. No, I mean the live stream. I mean, I'm going to carry on talking to you for a bit, dude. I'm not fucking off. But we're down to 6 viewers and we've done 3 hours and 45 minutes. And it ain't bad for just a test run, is it?
Not really, because
this was just a test run, wasn't it? That's what I'm saying. So
we'll get Ari on next time. We'll get Ian maybe, and we'll get someone else.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get some people on next time. We'll get some, and we'll have a few more bullet points to talk about rather than just a few we did in the first half an hour or so.
I'd say we've done quite well. We talked.
We have, mate. We have. I don't know. I'd like to think at the most we had about 11 viewers, 12 viewers, and really we have a lot more players at Sierra 2 than that. So next time, hopefully a few more than that. But other than that, what can you wish for, mate?
You've only got like 12 subscribers. Community, you've only got, it's all about building, isn't it? We'll get that.
It does, mate. It does.
Everything starts with a step.
It does, mate.
Yeah.
You got to start that first step before you actually get into it big time. We've done that first step now.
Curtains.
Yeah, this is our first step, mate. We haven't got a clue what we're doing, have we? We're not.
I don't really want to look at this. And more of a look at myself. My nose is fucked.
You keep saying that, but I mean, I don't see that as the worst part of you.
No, this is the worst part.
What are you on about? You just
actually.
But just don't get them out, mate. Right, so we'll wrap this up, I think, by saying thanks very much to everybody who's watched and who is still watching, and we'll see you all next time on the Sierra 2 blabbering website.
Definitely. Guys, thank you very much for the views, comments, the follow. It's
been for the first time. Yeah, it's been brilliant, mate. I can feel like we can get this going, can't we? A few little improvements and we're away, aren't we? So thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Keep yourselves safe. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, people.
Right. You have to do it for your own, I can't.
Yeah, I am. I'm pushing fucking end stream.